Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. So glad you're with us tonight. We've got a great show. It is a really cool 3 hours we've got planned for you. We've got Tanzanite, some diamond hoop earrings that are brand new, very excited about those, and even some Paraiba. It's going to be actually quite affordable for our Paraiba tonight. Now, there's also a big sale going on. Have you heard about our sizzling summer savings sale event? Well, it is one of the biggest and best. I got to say, it doesn't get any deeper in discounts than what we're seeing here live tonight. So this is the time to pick up pieces of all kinds, but I will say probably your best bet is shopping those museum level pieces, those extra, maybe just a little out of reach before. Now we change it up, give you those great discounts, give you 10% extra off. That is extra. That is in addition to a discount that I'm giving on everything tonight. So I hope that you can shop something you love. The beautiful part about the sale, seeing some brand new pieces as well as some pieces you already know. So it's a nice mix. It's going to be an incredible collection of one-of-a-kinds. We've got a very special 1-carat diamond. There is a certification to go with this diamond. It is the only cert that in my mind matters, which is GIA cert. So we will see that on the way. And it is a 1-carat stone. If anybody's looking to get engaged or just needs a big upgrade to a diamond ring, we've got a 1-carat for you. That'll be on the way, as well as some of the rarest of the rare that I don't normally see on the show. And of course, we bring you rare every single day. But tonight, I'm going to show you, I don't know if I should give it away, but might as well. There's a zoisite here that is pure pink. It looks like the best pink sapphire in the world, but it is natural zoisite, which of course might sound familiar because that is the overarching family that is Tanzanite. Tanzanite, of course, the trade name for the blue zoisites out there. So we've got a pink one that is unheated. We've got a gorgeous Spinel out of Burma. It's almost 5 carats in size. It's an emerald cut. There's even a heart shape in a tourmaline that is, well, it is copper bearing, so it's going to be that exquisite style. We actually saw this mounting the other day with Tanzanite. Today we bring it in a heart shape copper bearing stone. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A sapphire necklace is here. It's a new markdown on a collar we've seen before. So that's going to be coming up, as well as even butterflies are here. So it is going to be quite the night to shop. If you have any requests, we're always open to helping out with those as well. So please do call us with your requests. We're even going to get a preview of something coming up this weekend. So I've actually got some new earrings coming up this weekend on a Saturday show. We're going to see our really cool safety pin design. It's coming up on Sunday. So you'll get little glimpses of that throughout the show. I've already bought mine, so we're going to get you a chance to shop one yourself coming up this weekend. So we're getting you all ready, okay? We're going to start with something that is, oh, so pretty. Sometimes, you know, I love to hopefully educate a little bit about the rarity of the stones we bring, but sometimes when it comes to jewelry, all it really needs to be is pretty. But when they do both, when you've got rarity, it's like that amazing supermodel that's got a PhD from Harvard. It's like, when does that combine? Brains and beauty all in one? That's how I look at gemstones and designs like this, because you've got the beauty of the stone, but you also have the rarity of the stone itself. So pretty and rare. So all together, it's going to be item number 1120387. And this would be, okay, any guesses as to what that might be? Because I know that's a stone that we could probably sit and guess. Oh, I don't know. Maybe is it, I don't know, mint garnet? Is it a really, really special Paraiba? It's got some neon, it's really bright, it's a round, it's all those things. But it is also with pink diamonds and white diamonds. So thrilled to bring it. Of course, we love something, well, pretty much everything's going to be a one-of-a-kind here tonight. So that is what I would recommend. Just dial in early as usual. It's going to be the best way to get you in on something quickly. But it's a 21-pointer. Oh, Tony even left it blank for us. No surprises given away yet. But we do have our green Kornerupine. It has got to be one of the rarest stones in the world, and it is out of Tanzania. So Tanzania, that region of the world, tell you. The last time I read a gem book cover to cover was when I got started in the business. You know, I was still kind of new. I was a sports girl, remember. I was on the sidelines of, you know, Laker games doing interviews live. So it's a little different world when you get roped into the shopping world. But one thing I knew was I loved jewelry, but I didn't know a lot about the exotic gems. So reading all the books I could about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, was really, again, something where at the time you talked about 28 different gemstones coming from Tanzania. Of course, probably the most prominent, just because it's the namesake, is the Tanzanite. But there's a whole world of gems that comes from this amazing source. Now, this is one of them. So yet another that may be unexpected, a little off the beaten path, if you will. This is our 21-pointer. It is round. It is stunning. It is neon. It has pink diamonds at 5 points. You've got 69 points in the white diamonds that just keeps on going and keeps on going. Triple halo, split shank, and all of that happening for one caller only. You think we can start with something important? Well, I'm definitely going to do that. Here's what it looks like on the hand for you as well, so you can see what that's going to look like from a distance away. What do you think? Pretty cool piece here, and what used to be a $49.99 ring is a one only. You're getting 10% extra off. We're giving the discount of all discounts here on everything you see, and you know how important it is to dial in early, right? You know that. You know no matter what the price is, where it started, we're going to go back up close, no matter where it began, no matter where it should be, no matter what, you are seeing some of our best values. I'm talking ever. You could have been watching for 9 years. Could have been watching the last 5 years. A lot of you started watching in 2020. And even in that 5 years, we're seeing values we've never seen historically. And this is one of them at $49.99. But watch this. It gets better. And thank you, Kathy in New York. I appreciate that. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Tony, you had people lined up waiting for the broadcast to start, didn't you? So we're excited to have, I know that we had a couple viewers that were ready here at the outset before we even got on the air live, so that's pretty cool. So that's pretty nice, and thank you, Sally, and hey, Risa, and hey, everybody. Good to have you with us. So here we are with a very, very special stone, and let's bring it on down. How about $9.99, first caller? Just to send it on out. Where are you going to get 69 points in white diamonds? Or 5 points in pink diamonds. Notice I said or. It's going to be an and/or proposition. You've got all of the pieces together here, and yet it's $8.99 at checkout. And let me try it on real quick for you yet again so you can see it on the hand. I know we got that going pretty quickly here, and I know there's always people that come on in 5, 6, 10 minutes into the show. Maybe, again, a little tardy to the party, but I'll tell you, we had guys lined up, ready to go before we even started the broadcast. So we know we got some. Hey, listen, it's okay to be a TVON addict. It is. I like to call it a devotee, but you know what? If you're an addict, that's okay too, because there are worse things to be addicted to than shopping for great jewelry at great value. So that'll be $8.99. We'll give it a few seconds here and see who's got it. I don't think that's a stick around piece. You think? I don't think that's going to just hang out here. And if you like big values on other rare stones, how about Padparadscha at a big value? We'll see that. How about rubies? How about a very important bicolor tourmaline in a designer pendant, or Sierra Santa Marias? Only the best of the best around these parts. And I know that it kind of makes it easy, right? Because otherwise the jewelry world is so large, it's so vast. I mean, there's so many places to shop for great jewelry that one may wonder, I mean, you can spend all your time just figuring out who's got what and who's got the big value and who's got the discount and who's got the deal. And then you're spending so much time going, yeah, but is it what they say it is? And this is what's so great about every time you tune in for these 3 hours, we are just showing you the best. It is all just about the impact of the best right off the bat. You don't have to worry about, am I getting the real deal? I wonder if that's plated, because everyone else is doing everything. And if they haven't transferred all over to synthetics or lab grown or plated metals, well, we're one of the few last standing here that are still bringing you superb quality, and that's the beauty of knowing that no matter what you're shopping, you know you're getting that quality level matched. All right, so let's get on with it, and that's rare as can be. Then we've got our Padparadscha. So the only thing that's going to get a little more wild here is a Padparadscha sapphire with the pink and the orange together. Here it is in a classic mounting, 112-3258. Don't be shy about calling in on anything that you've seen that's come on by. Doesn't mean it's gone. We're just going to try to move as quickly through. They've given me about 150 items today. And so I will say we're going to get through it all. We usually do, and then have usually an hour to spare. So we will be showing you a lot of great jewelry, and then, of course, plenty of room for your requests, and we can do that at any time. So here is our unheated 3258 Padparadscha. Oh, my goodness, you don't see that very often. First of all, can we give a shout out to the unheated nature, because Padparadscha is rare in any instance. Even if it's got a little bit of heat treatment, that's acceptable with sapphires. Almost all of them get that. But here we are with that unheated pink and orange combination that is naturally in the stone. It got no help whatsoever. You got to realize what a rarity that is out of Ceylon, out of anywhere, but especially out of the world's best, because the world's best do come out of Sri Lanka. Now we also have the diamond weight at 63 points in VS diamonds, double halo and down the side, so that everywhere you look there are diamonds. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Stays in the white gold, and here we go right now. First caller on this one. Well, Padparadscha has never been this affordable. We're going to make it better than even that $69.99 price tag. And let me know who's got that Kornerupine with pink and white diamonds for $9.99, because that's one of the rarities and still plenty durable for daily wear. So that's one to own. Now here we go with our Padparadscha, getting this one under 6, under 5, under 4. We are on a rampage of sale event pricing tonight. So get ready. I would say buckle up, but I say no. No, don't be restrained. No, break free from those ties that bind and just get your phone. Run to your phone, have it in hand as you shop the show, because it's going to be one of those nights where everything's going very quickly, and this one's not even $4 or $3 or $2,000, not even $19.99. We're ready to send it out of here. And I'll tell you, nothing gives me more pleasure, more joy than showing you amazing top high-end quality and giving it away. That is my job. That is what I'm here to do. That though, I mean, that's one thing to do it back in 2000 or back in 2010 or 2015 or even in 2008 when there was like a big financial crash. I'll tell you, to do giveaways in jewelry now in the year 2025 is a whole different level of value, and it's a privilege to be able to do it. And this one is going to be $999 again with that great value. And then keep in mind, you take $100 extra off that price as well to make it your own. And thank you very much, William. He's got a request. Oh, how interesting, William. William, it's like you are on the same page. We're on the same wavelength today, because I actually have a preview of something coming up this weekend, and it actually is a piece that coordinates back to this bangle. Okay, so let's take a look at it for William. Now, if anybody would like the Padparadscha, it's $8.99, and that stays in the white gold. Look at the pink and the orange distinctly there. And Jason, I take it you're waiting? It's interesting. This is one of those pieces that was made as one of our, first of all, it was one of our best values of all time. Okay, all time. 112-1625. To do this now. It was made a couple years ago. Okay, maybe it was a year ago. I don't know. Hard to keep track when you're showing jewelry every day. But this is a bangle that is really well known for its quality in the gold weight through and through and the big diamonds. But to do this now, and this goes back, this is something I would never show you ordinarily, but because it's requested, we're going to share it with you. And let me also remind you that since it is requested and was not planned for this Thursday night show, you're not seeing an upgrade in the price like it should very well get. This should get a huge upgrade in the price, because there is more gold in this bangle than, hear me out, any other piece of jewelry I've ever had on this network at this show. So this is the time to get it. William's asking about it. Why? Because this is a unisex style. Men's or ladies piece, either or. We have two sizes available. If you're a gentleman, you probably go for the large size, because it's best for 8.5 inch wrists. And then really the average is up to a 7.5. So I would say if you're 7.5 or above, go with a large. If you are 7.5 or below, go with the average. But we are going to bring this price into that sale realm as well. Yes. Let's try on the Padparadscha again for you. Here it is on the hand. Here's that Padparadscha. It's still on the hand, so there you go. That's the Padparadscha, and that will be, again, white gold only, stays as is. Oh, and by the way, did y'all peep a look at that great looking safety pin stack band? Well, that's coming up this weekend, and we've never done anything like that before, but I can tell you it is highly, highly, highly designer. So I have wanted one of those rings for a long, long time, and I am proud to say that this weekend I get one and you get one too. But there's the Padparadscha again. Now this bangle I'm going to try on. It's in white, yellow, or rose gold. You do get your choice of gold color. You get two different options in the size. It's really, again, foolproof, so I wouldn't worry too much. Don't think about it too much. The bangle is meant to give you a little bit of room, so I would not worry about it. If you know if you're a large or an average, you know that. So again, white, yellow, rose, 77 points among 7 stones. It's even reversible. If you wanted to have it all mirror finished gold one day on top, you can. But this is the great part of this, and I was really integral in helping design this bangle, and I'm so glad I was, because it started out as a pretty thin piece, and it started out pretty like a little waif of a bangle, and it got real chunky because I wanted to make it to really then of course to design where we had a ring to match it. Look at this, the button, sleek, so you will press that down. That's going to open up your bangle when you do. So then you've got that latch. You're going to have that beautiful button closure. It's on one side only. The other side is completely smooth. Once you press that button open, it's going to open it up, and when you close it, all you do is push it and it clicks twice. I always say make sure it's clicking twice, or else there's going to be a tiny gap there. So make sure you hear it click twice. 1, 2. Do you hear that? I don't know if you did, but that is a click twice because it has an inner mechanism that locks, okay? You've got white gold here. I'm wearing the average size, of course, and that is available in white, yellow, rose, but look at the density, the thickness. This is not a hollowed out piece. It is solid all the way through, and we are, again, did you see how easy that was? So in and out, very easy, but I want to point out the back of the bangle, from the side, you can't tell where's the front, where's the back. It is exactly the same depth, the same width, the same thickness, so you can wear it this way if you just want mirror finished gold. You can wear it this way, which I think most of us will, if you want to show off those 11-point individual diamonds that you have that are in the VS quality. Look how wide, nice and wide it opens up for you. It's got a resistant hinge inside, so it doesn't fly open. You need to actually give it a little bit of help here to open it up, but that just means easy on, easy off, click close, done. So this is it. This is the big value. And of course, based on a designer style that goes for tens of thousands of dollars. Wear it every day, stack it and layer it. I'm going to do this one. The large size should be $69.99. Apparently, they did have time to actually put the pricing in today's gold metric, if you will. I'm going to take it back down to where I love it and where I feel like this is probably the strongest value in all of our history. It was when we brought it. It's not a bestseller for no reason. It's not a bestseller just because of the look. It's a bestseller because of the value. So it's both things coming together here. That's what makes it so impressive and important. And we're going to take that large size down to under $2,500. Of course, there's an extra bunch of, there's a lot of money to save on this one. You've got it for $24.99, sure, but it's $22.49 after your discount. The average size even, of course, well, it's a little less gold. So we wanted to reflect that in the price for you. So the average size is going to be even less for you. That average size will be $22.99 only. So huge value either way you go, and you've got 10% off, which is either $230 off or $249 and change off. So is that what he's looking for, Jason? And white, yellow, or rose gold, and how many would you like? One rose. And does he already have the white and the yellow? Is that the case? I'm curious because a lot of people have done just that. They started with one, came back for a second or a third, sometimes three. I have stacked as many as 5 at a time and think it looks great that way. Yes. Did you get the Padparadscha? Who was it? Oh, really? Did you say Tennessee? Hey, Kathy in Tennessee, thank you so much. All right, so our Padparadscha is gone. Don't forget about the first item of the show, which will obviously no doubt going to go. It's that pink diamond, white diamond, and Kornerupine piece we had as well. So that should go. That was also under $1,000. Now, I do want to show you, since I have your attention on the burnished bigger diamonds in this bangle. We also created a band, and that was, you know what, not all that long ago that we had the band, and that was also a bestseller. Well, everybody wanted to get the band to go with the bangle. But here's what we have coming up this weekend, and there isn't a more perfect time to show you. We finally did it. We finally created them. They're finally here. They're debuting on Saturday. And this is the hoop earring that is the exact scale and match. So there they are. And of course, if you needed a little idea of what the yellow gold would look like in the bangle as well, well, there it is. Those are the earrings that are designed to go with it. I know they're kind of turning and twisting here on this, on the tweezers here, but just wanted to give you a little preview. That's going to be coming up. And look, the same depth, the same thickness, that same reversible style where you can wear them with just gold or diamonds either way. But those are coming up this weekend on Saturday. So you will, if you already have the ring and the bangle or one or the other, you're going to want to be there with us on Saturday for those earrings. So that's going to be, we're still working on the price, I must admit. I am trying to get those. I mean, you can imagine with those kind of, that gold weight in that hoop plus all the bigger diamonds, it is a pricier piece. But trying to work my magic here to make sure we can bring that to you at a value this weekend. And then, of course, here is, well, some platinum and 18 karat gold together. We've got an interesting look. This one is very interesting. What they do here, some negative space. I don't think I've seen any carving like this before. Some cutout details in the platinum, and then that rich buttery 18 karat gold. So let me know if you'd like that one. We've got a bicolor tourmaline in a pendant. This is that heart shape. What a great look this is. Aqua earrings are here as well. I've got my one and only butterfly piece of the entire inventory right now in a ring, and it's going to be, oh, this is like having the double rings that we see all over, the hottest thing in jewelry, except they're not really everyday wear, because they usually extend across 2 or 3 fingers. So we did, I think, the ingenious thing here of having 2 bigger scale butterflies on one band so it's still easy to wear. So I've got it on the hand here, and then let me know if you'd like the bangle for what's going to be, of course, well, you're going to spend a little over $2,000 for the average size, and then $22.49 for the larger. Okay, so here we are with our butterfly design. And yes, those butterflies have white diamonds pave, but also accents of pink and yellow. So it's that great tricolor effect and tri-diamond effect. So you get 3 colors of diamond. So that's going to be coming up as well. But here's something special for you that I don't usually have, are aquamarine earrings in this bow design. This is a really fabulous, very flirty, girly, very feminine kind of look here. Item number is 111-6198. Well, that old item number tells us a big part of the story here. This is going to be a huge discount that we have for you. And it is, look at that. That's a really good look. And of course, they do not want to sit here on this wheel because they want to be on your ear, where they can show you the magic of the dance, the beauty of the way. These diamonds are going to be all set at the top where your post is. And then there's a drop that is your aqua. That's going to be our oval aquamarine there in that Sierra Santa Maria. Here's a closer look because, of course, still that top quality Sierra Santa Maria we love and know. And then, of course, you've got a very, very important way that these diamonds are done. Let me also show you here the length they're going to give, because they do have that east-west set bow design. There is only one pair, so do keep that in mind on $61.98. That's going to be our carat 10 in total of your Sierra Santa Maria Aquas that do have some movement, because there's that little hinge between the bow and the oval setting for that stone, and that will be one pair. White gold is how they stay. And look at this, the bow, well, you can see here the post is centered up on that bow, and then what's going to happen is you've got the bow that extends east to west, so you want to have a little bit of room there on your lobe. Probably if you have a second piercing, you may want to take that out for the day, and then you have that great look that goes east to west, and then that gorgeous drop of that aqua. So it is a very important style. And you've got over half carat in each of the aquas. You can see how they're kind of reflecting like a blue diamond would. 61 points in diamonds. That's a lot of diamond weight for an earring, and you're getting that as well. We love it. And then of course I'm going to try one on for you without the backing, so that you can at least get a general idea of the size they're going to give as best I can here. And actually, well, I'll probably just give it a little prop up here, because obviously no backing on, so just giving you an idea of the size. They are 3/4 of an inch in length, but again, the drama's up top with that bow design. We'll take a look before that one falls, and we'll give you a close-up look here as well and show you what we can do on a really good value. That's going to be, again, 61 points in diamonds, a lot going on there. That Sierra Santa Maria is a March birthstone, but it's also the best of the entire Aquamarine family. So that's also extremely important, and there you have it. With that bright, again, it's as blue, as rich a blue as it's going to get. Obviously, they're sitting at a little bit of an angle just because, again, there's that movement to that drop, and we are going to take this one-of-a-kind pair. Well, they're supposed to be $29.99. We'll make it a lot better for you right now and send it on out. And thank you, everybody, on those bangles. You do not need to be our requester. We had a couple of those bangles available for you. So the good news is you don't have to be the requester. You can take those bangles if you like. And then, of course, we've got this one pair. Oh, let's just blow them out. They're supposed to be $18.88 today on sale. I have got a little extra motivation here tonight with the next 2 hours and 40 minutes. I have got a plan here. I want to show you as much of the jewelry as we can. I would love to raid the vaults for your requests as well, whatever that may be. But also, let's just, again, the motivation is really about moving as much jewelry as we can. And with as many one-of-a-kinds as we do have, it's really fun to bring them down further in price tags so you can really shop them, save a ton, maybe even get yourself whatever you love, even if that's 2 or 3 pieces tonight. Why not? Go ahead, take advantage, and take everything you need. But it's not going to be $18.88. It is only $999 for the pair, and that is sensational aquamarine, the best of its kind worldwide. And we have that butterfly piece coming up. I'll have turquoise. We even have maybe our best value in an entire ring today, probably the green sapphire I'm about to show you. And yes, I said green sapphire. We go years at a time without having green sapphires. I've got one today. Keyword: one. And it could be a men's or ladies piece, actually. So $9.99 turns into $8.99. Let's give them 30 seconds. We're going to be on our way. Just one pair staying in the white, and of course no sizing needed, so those can be out to you tomorrow. Isn't that exciting? Out to you right away, having him in the next couple of days, probably Monday or Tuesday, depending on how far away you live from us. It's going to be out to you and ready to go. So it's only $8.99 for our one pair of stunning aquamarines, and I think they are on their way. Certainly looks to be that way. So again, I don't think those have any chance of staying here. No doubt about it. That's just an important way to shop your aquas there. Okay, let's get to that green sapphire. I'm ready. This is a pile of gold here that you just don't expect to see. And that's the thing. We can't even make jewelry like this anymore. Just it's too cost prohibitive, which is just a fancy way of saying it's too much money when you start doing really wide rings like this. It's item number 111, 6210. All right, we got a big green sapphire here. It's the greens, it's the blues, it's clean. This is one of the rarer sapphires in the world as far as color. We already had the Padparadscha go, and now we're looking at a truly one we don't even see as often as Padparadschas, which is really, I think, telling as far as that quality that really, I'm so not used to bringing you, again, anything that's not quality I'm not going to bring. Yeah, aqua earrings are gone, congratulations. But I really wanted to make it about quality, of course, is paramount here. So green sapphires, they can be out there, but they have so much brown to them usually, and so much of this kind of deep, dark green that suddenly doesn't actually look that green. I think that's where their downfall is. I think otherwise it'd be a very popular gem. We see a lot of green gems in other varieties, tourmalines, and many other families of stones, but to see this green sapphire in a 2.5 carat size, in this mountain of gold that you have here with those bigger diamonds that are set burnished into the sides, and then the halo around it. And that said, that is going to be 55 points in diamonds. This one doesn't say it has to stay in the white gold, but I guarantee you it does. If you absolutely must have it in yellow, I bet you we could transfer that over to a different gold color for you. However, this is pretty wild. And again, the size of it is huge. I'm going to show it to you here on the hand as well, so you can see what this is going to look like from a distance, because it ain't no small ring. Look at that size. That's a big band. And it doesn't have this huge, you know, sometimes you see these looks and they go whoop, they go like this really big dome design. This is not that. So it gives you that width and that powerful dramatic look without having this huge oversized, can't wear it, it's getting in the way of everyday wear kind of pronounced profile. So I like that this one sits a little lower, but still gives you all that extra gold. And I cannot believe this. A $59.99 ring. Well, that's why it's here, because there's no doubt there's somebody who wants a rare green sapphire in a 2.5 carat size, but couldn't do $6,000. Because isn't it about budget? I mean, everyone can bring the best value in the world. We do that all the time, but that doesn't mean it's in everybody's budget. So that's really why some of these pieces even stick around in the first place, is just because, well, it's a $6,000 piece. We all get why. We understand the method behind the madness. We understand how it got that price with the huge sapphire, the mountain of gold, the beautiful bigger diamonds that you have as well. But that doesn't mean we can all say, great, I'll take it. That's what a sale like this is about, is you're seeing those pieces that have been here a little bit longer. Because why? Because they are a little bit higher end, and they're not the ones that just went that first time on the air. So you get an extra discount. You get to save a bundle. We're going to take it lower than $59.99, and all you have to do is dial quickly, because you might be shocked. I know I was, and I'm kind of the queen of value here. I've been known as that for TV on 25 years running now. So when you're known as the face of fine jewelry on national TV, it's kind of like, you're kind of known for value too, because I don't think I would have sold as much jewelry over the years, over $1 billion worth, if it wasn't a great value. So that's the thing. And we're going to take it better than 59, 49, 39, 29, or 19. And this one, again, shocked me. And I'm all about the values. I work here, but I'm telling you, every day I'm fighting for better values. You should see what goes on hours before the show. I am here advocating. I'm your advocate for value, because we all know what's going on. I don't need to tell anybody. We all hear about it. We know what's going on with pricing on things, but we are still here bringing you value, and that's what I think is so exciting. And we have converted so many folks to the TVON shopping experience and family, because we're all sick of going out there and shopping low quality at lower prices and having something that's only good for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or maybe it's really disappointing when we see it in person, because we've all been through that shopping elsewhere. Now we are here to exceed your expectations, show you a piece, and when it's delivered and you open that box in real life, it's better than it was on TV. That's the beauty of what we do, because believe it or not, this studio lighting is not really set up for jewelry. Jewelry is the most difficult thing. I've been in TV my whole entire life. Before I was even an adult, I've been in live TV since I was 13 years old, and it's really, really tough. Whether you're photographing jewelry or in these light environments, television studios have to be bright. And so it's really actually not always the best way to show you designs like this in jewelry, especially when there's this much mirror finished gold. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to love it when you see it, and if you are a collector of sapphires, go to this one now, because it's got that bright, stunning green, blue, golden, and it's not even $1,500 for all this gold. I'm telling you, we're taking it even lower. And so this is when you want to be on the phones ready to go. I'm giving away a 2.5 carat sapphire, which I come from a background of a lot of loose stone sales as well. You're not buying a 2.5 carat green sapphire for any price that resembles what is happening right now. And that is in that we're not taking out that stone and saying, here's a little plastic baggie with your stone in it. You deal with setting it. We are giving you that amazing gold mounting, all that diamond weight around it. And it's not 15 or 14 or $13.99. This is prior to, yes, 10% extra off is still happening. There is not a time like the present to be shopping jewelry. Let me tell you that. It really is. And while everyone else has given up on the concept, here we are showing you it can be done at a better value than ever before. And we're making it $1,299. That is irresistible pricing. And of course, $11.69 at checkout after that additional discount, if you can be first and fastest. And I hope you will, because that is an important piece right there at $11.69. It's an important piece at $59.99, but look at that price tag and difference. Then we've got a Kunzite markdown big jumbo stone. We will have a really, really incredible heart shape in this. This is our new one. It is, well, it's nothing short of spectacular. We had a heart shape the other day. It was very important. Look at this one. This is a heart-shaped copper-bearing purple pink stone. It is the natural, unheated, copper-bearing Paraiba, but in a gorgeous rare color and that specialty heart shape as well. So that's going to be here too tonight. And then we've got also hot pink unheated zoisite that I don't think anybody would ever believe could be a natural from Tanzania mined zoisite, but we've got one. Another big value for you. You know how some of the most expensive stones in the world we bring historically have been cat's eye, indicolites. Cat's eye chrysoberyl is one thing, that's rare, but this is the ultimate rare, and this is all custom made. Custom designed, custom made, so unique. The green sapphire, I'm happy to melt it. Let me tell you, that one ring, we keep the sapphire, we keep the diamonds, that'll make another 17 rings going forward. So I'm fine to melt that. That is an amazing piece. All right, here we go with our cat's eye indicolite, 112-1150. And it is still a sell it or melt it deal, because if you haven't heard, this savings event is, yes, it's all about summer savings at this midway point of the year, a big blowout clearance of our semi-annual clearance sale of the inventory, but it's also pieces are being melted after they're shown, if they do stick around. So it's not something where you have a lot of time, unless some of you have asked me, you have emailed and reached out and said, please don't melt that for a couple days, give me a minute. I have been happy to oblige on those requests. But other than that, they get melted down after their last airing if they don't get their home. And here's another one that's got a lot of gold, but that's really just the start. A 480 round cat's eye indicolite, one of the rarest. Of course, that's that true blue tourmaline that we know is not a blue like other blues. It's not like a sapphire blue. It does have yellow diamonds at 25 points, and then the really big white diamonds at 14. Notice there are only 4 of them. They're bezel set. They're larger stones. This stays in the yellow gold, and it used to be $99.99. Well, it's exceptional. It's got that rare cat's eye. It's in the round. It's a phenomenal. Indicolite's rare on its own. To get one that's got the chatoyan effect that makes it phenomenal is a next level. And we're going to take it even lower. Please call early. And I love this. It's so funny. When we first brought them, we had almost everything in white gold. And I think this was the first one ever to come out to play in the yellow gold. And I'm really loving the combination. That look is just important and beautiful and different and bold, and it's not going to be even close to $99.99. We'll take it even lower, and I am moving jewelry tonight. And again, a lot of pieces are going from earlier as well, so give us a call if you have any questions about what you've seen tonight. Make sure that you're grabbing it before it goes to somebody else. But let's make this one $1,999. It is $200 extra off that price. $1,799 will get that to you. And that is hard to comprehend when you know values on anything, gold, diamonds, or gems. Which one? Pick an aspect. Pick an intrinsic value. There are 4 elements that go into these rings: the metal, the gemstone, the center stone, the diamonds, and the labor, that intangible that we can't really think about because we're not always seeing it in person, but that is a big aspect of how these pieces are created. It's about the intrinsic value of the actual valuable metal, stones, diamonds, but it's also about the labor in making these custom-made pieces like this is. This is a custom-made piece. It is not something we have ever seen again. There was one and one only. That mounting was actually, the casting was actually melted down. The mold was destroyed after this was made because it was intended to be a specialty, one of a kind. That was it. So you're getting that now. And it's going to be a $17.99 price tag. Let me know if you'd like it. We only have the one there. And then we got to keep moving because I've got, like I said, hundreds of one of a kinds to get through. So, and of course, requests are welcome. So whatever you'd like to see, we're happy to bring them out. I have the new hoop earring, which the last time I had a hoop like this, well, it was very popular, and I was upset about it because I knew it would happen. So that's the worst thing, when you just know something's going to disappoint people, because I had too few to go around, and therefore we disappointed literally dozens of folks that didn't get in time. Well, the same thing's about to happen here, because this hoop is actually it's a situation where I have 3. That's why I'm showing it 33 minutes into the show. I have 3 pairs of earrings here. And it's going to be this stack of baguettes and rounds together that's all completely filling up the front face of your hoop. And then it's in that solid 14 karat gold. It's 112-8539. And this is a little bigger example of what I had before. It's not the huggy style as much as it is. It's meant to be a drop. So it's meant to give you a little bit of natural drop from the hoop there. And what you've got here is that really cool vertical stack. So when they're on the ear, they're vertical. 2 baguettes, alternating with the 2 diamonds, set in the way where you've got a breakdown here of 44 in the baguettes, 18 in the round brilliants. That's going to be 62 points in total. I'm going to show you one here on the hand so we can see what they do. They have the button that's the same as what we saw in the bangle. If you were with me for that designer bangle a few moments ago, they have the same kind of button in the back. So it's real. You can see how you can barely see it. See that? You're probably going, where's the button? I don't see a button. It's right here at the top of the back top portion of that hoop. So it's meant to be really concealed, and you just press that down, open it up. That's going to have a 5/8 of an inch top to bottom length. I'm going to pop one on. They do have a straight post. So once you open up that button style, or rather a curved post, just slightly curved though. So really easy there. And then it's going to literally click close just by pushing it. Clicks very solidly. You'll hear that distinctive click when they're locked and closed and you're out the door. But we have 3 pairs, and welcome to your new favorite hoop. This is your new favorite. This is the new must-have. This is not the inside out that we always do with the round brilliants, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just that this is a different, more modern, upgraded style in that it has the baguettes first and the rounds alternating throughout. So you get that width that we love, not too wide. They're not that big tire style we're seeing, which are also gorgeous, but they give you something a little bit wider than your typical hoop. You've got a nice balance of the baguettes and the rounds, which look great together, and then the alternating way they go. And we're going to take these on down. This is a first. Again, we have 3 pairs to go around. That's not going to be enough because we know we're going to have more hoop lovers, especially with this big value we're about to bring. And so you see that drop is enough to accommodate, even if you have a more long lobe or if your piercing is a little higher in your lobe, there's enough drop where they're going to manage to accommodate everybody. And so you're not going to be in that situation a lot of people are in with a huggy where it's just too short and then you have no comfortable way to wear them. Let's take a look at them. This is your go-to every single day, but it's the baguettes that really make it important. And we separate those carat weights because you can't look at this all as 62 points. Baguettes are far more pricey. They just are. You don't get baguettes for the same price. And I think we can see why. They have to have that really good clarity, but our rounds do too. So that's not really the big story. The big story is they're bigger stones. They have to be clean. They're tough to facet. They have to be so clean. They usually end up being more VVS quality on average because they have to be so clean as to not show any inclusions at all. And it would be a little easier to see an inclusion. It's almost like if we have to really kind of pare it down to an analogy, I would say if we're talking about, it's summertime, right? So let's talk about vacation. And the fact that if you go to a beach, out here in Southern California, beautiful beaches, okay, that's fine. But the water, not so much, right? If you are to go into the Pacific Ocean here off the coast of California, you're not going to be able to see what's in that water. The water is too dark. But on the other hand, if you're in the Caribbean in the middle of nowhere and the waters are 300 feet deep and you can see everything down to the white sand at the base, that is a more pristine and really probably your more ideal swimming water, right? This is what I kind of I make it analogous to these diamonds because if it is a diamond with a lot of faceting, you can kind of hide whatever's sitting in that diamond. Whatever you want to obscure, you can through the faceting process. With the baguettes, it's kind of like that pristine water where you can't, there's nowhere to hide. You're going to see that manta ray. You're going to see that jellyfish. You're going to see that shark. You're going to see all those cool things because there's nowhere to hide. There's no way to actually take away or camouflage those different inclusions. So it's a really important diamond, and we're going to take it on down right now from $39.99, brand new earring, by the way, 3 pairs, 2 callers already on the phone lines. Well, that's not a surprise because you probably are some of those that maybe missed out the last time we had something similar, but they were small. They were a huggy. They were a ½ inch. They had a smaller diamond weight. They were very popular. They weren't on sale. These are on sale even though they're brand new, and we're going to take them better than even $39, $29, or $19.99. You get a better value, and they will be your go-to. This is about as high-end. I'm a hoop expert. Not only in jewelry and in sports as well. It's my expertise on both of my expertises, if you will, is hoops and diamonds. I'm a sports girl, but basketball and baseball are my 2 expertise. They're my favorites. They're my favorites. They're my favorites. And so are in jewelry, diamonds and hoops. Oh yeah, they're my favorites. So it's really something I've just poured a lot of time and love into. And yet when you see a hoop like this, top notch, as good as it gets, it's your all-star. It is your all-star right here, and it's not going to be 19 or 18 or 17.99. We're going to take them much, much lower and make them only $16.99 for the pair. You get that extra discount, which takes them even lower, of course. So you get that huge extra savings, and they will be $15.29 at checkout for just 3 of you, and it looks like 2 pairs are already gone. So that's how quickly everything's going tonight. And if there's anything at all that you want to see brought out from the inventory, anything we can show you fine or bring out, or maybe you're just curious if something's available, well, this is the time to dial up and say the word, okay? And then we've got a copper bearing coming up. Look at this copper bearing tonight. That's a new copper bearing, clean as can be, rubellite red. I'll have Tahitian pearls. I did bring out a really large Tanzanite. That is my 11 karat pluser right there. So 11 karat, but classic in the oval. So we'll have that for you as well. Paraiba's here. Boy, is that pricey right now. Paraiba's the most pricey gem out there. I mean, Tanzanite, great. Yellow diamonds, great. They're all pricey, but Paraiba, nothing is excelling in price tag quite like Paraiba. We're going to bring you a good one. All right, questions or anybody who wants the hoops, $15.29 to get that incredible value there and all that 14 karat solid gold, and they should have been $4,000. So I'd rather pay $1,500 than $4,000 all day. That's certainly my preference. And then here we go with our big Kunzite. We got a really good museum level stone here coming up. Thank you, Kirsten. Hi, Kirsten. Welcome to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here we go with our next big piece. This is our museum level of the Kunzite. This one had a huge markdown, and boy, did it need it, because it started at a lot of money. And it should, because it's a really big stone. And it's that big pear shape. It's 112-8182. Welcome in, everybody. 844. And yeah, we're only seeing about half of it. We got to keep on keeping on here. Let's zoom all the way back and see that one from a distance away. Big pear shape. 844 is the size. And then a diamond weight. Well, you know, if it's got to travel around that size stone, it's probably going to be a good diamond weight. 60 points, no. 50 points, no. It's got to be 129 in your diamond weight. It is extraordinary to see that color. Purples, blues, pinks. Is my indicolite cat's eye still here, by the way, you guys? Oh my goodness. We may not have a lot of viewership early today. I got to tell you, I have shown you a green sapphire that ended up being $11.69, and this cat's eye indicolite, which maybe if you're newer with us, you haven't seen because we have not had them at all lately. That was $19.99. Just FYIs, these are important pieces to get a hold of. There's a reason they were here in the first hour. Most of our audience doesn't join us till 6 or 7. So to be able to be here in this first hour gives you opportunities to own things that not everyone else sees, and therefore it really is those dramatic drops in price that you're seeing here from the get-go. So make sure you dial in if you want to inquire about those pieces. I know they should be gone at those level prices. Remember the big green sapphire and the wide band still here at $12.99, but remember $11.69 after your discount. So take a look at this one. This is our big Kunzite. This one's got a discount coming your way, a $69.99 piece, going a lot lower than that, and maybe just the way to get your Kunzite. We had all those pendants yesterday. Wasn't that fun to see all those bigger designer pendants we had? Well, look at this one on the hand. This is so funny because it's 844 is a big size, but it looks bigger to me than that because I remember it was just 24 hours ago. I had all these pendants that were 20 carats and they all looked smaller than this. So I'm not sure what's going on, if they missed a digit. Point is, it's coming down in price, and no matter what carat weight, I'll say 844 minimum. If you're getting more carat weight, great. It's that much bigger of a value then. And it's not 69, 59, 49. Let's move back to the wheel here. Show you close up what that's all about with all those big diamonds that are all the way around it. And we're going to send it out right now better than even 49, 39, or 29.99. Come on in, everybody. It's party time on a Thursday. The weekend is almost here. And are we ready for a killer summer weekend? One of our best. I mean, you saw already, you're seeing that ring that's coming up this weekend with the safety pin. I'm wearing it. That's not mine. That will be mine as of Sunday, as it will be yours as of Sunday. And then we have those gorgeous designer hoops coming up that match the designer bangle, that match the big ring, the 3-stone hoops coming up on Saturday. The safety pin ring I'm wearing is Sunday. So we've got quite a weekend ahead, and I'm giving you some big previews here tonight so you can go ahead and be ready to go. But this, it's even lower. I know we love a $29.99 deal. There's $300 extra off. You get the big, massive tower of a Kunzite here. The most neon color, remember, does not fade. Other stones out there do. I have had a number of people literally show me their Kunzites where they go, here's what it looked like when I bought it, and here's what it looks like now. And they don't even resemble each other. That does not happen with the Afghan material, so it's not something you need to concern yourself with, because otherwise, that's why they call it, it's kind of been dubbed and nicknamed the evening stone for that reason. These Afghan material stones don't do that, so they're not only starting with a better color, but they stay stay true to that color. And we're gonna make it $2,699 because you know what I'm doing there. I just figured, well, that's what it would be at checkout if we just left it at $3,000. I'm taking it on air down to $2,699. That way you're still taking that additional nearly $300 off. It'll make it $2,429 at checkout tonight, okay? That's the one Kunzite I have in a ring. Unless there's anything you want to request or ask for, we can bring those out. And Tahitian pearl earrings, the big ones, they're here. They're new, they're hot, and they're really good sized stones. And they look fabulous. Look at these. Oh, I remember years and years and years ago, probably about 9 years ago, because it was, I know when I first started, we had this style with a really lovely pink pearl. Now, the pink pearls are not all as expensive as the Tahitian black pearls. We're gonna bring that earring to you, first time ever with Tahitian, with that same floral, almost like a lotus blossom design at the top and those big backings. We love them. So those are coming up as well. Let's get to it. It's item number 112. 9,000. That's going to be on the way next. Here are Tahitian pearls, and we're moving through jewelry tonight. So let me know if there's anything you like or anything you want to ask about from earlier. We'll be able to help you out. I know not everybody's here to shop the first hour live, but I got to tell you, everything ends up going, especially as the minutes wear on here on a Thursday night. We're used to that. So take a look at these gorgeous Tahitian pearls. These are really spectacular. Item number is 112-9000. It's a brand new style right at this moment. It's 11 millimeters each on the Tahitians, which have that green and the purple, what we call the aubergine colors. It's more than just a silvery tone. There are Tahitians that are silver. I think they're pretty stones. But when you are talking about one of the main facets of value to a Tahitian, it's about getting more luster, getting more than just one base color. You want it to have a little bit of shimmering, beautiful tonal color where you get greens and blues and purples and reds. That's what's happening. Again, this is a very harsh light for a pearl. Pearls are not looking their best in these harsh lights of TV. They prefer your light at home. Softer light, more just, again, kind of like when you're just out and about, enjoying your day, out for an evening, at that restaurant, at that event. That's where the lighting is really going to be perfect for the pearls. This is obviously a pretty bright light environment, so you've got a little different scenario here in that they struggle to show you all their beauty, but still, that's why I point out these still look great. So they're giving you a lot of that green purple already. So let's take a look at them and give you a great big value here. It's 11 millimeters each plus the diamonds at the top. That would be 14 points in diamonds in pave, and there's going to be a post and butterfly, and you can see these actually have the butterfly with them, so you can really see how nice and oversized they are. Plus you've got this great finishing behind them. That's probably not something you'll see very much of because they're really meant to be like a button. It's barely going to give you a drop. And let me show you here what they actually do have as far as length, and then we'll start there. So that's what you have here. Just, you can really see how it is that button style. It's almost like you've got your diamond at the top there is probably how you're going to wear them. You could certainly spin them a little bit if you want to, but really I think that's the look you want. They are really stretching towards 3/4 of an inch in top to bottom length, and then they're in the white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. I'm actually going to honor that any gold color you like. So really easy to kind of custom make them for you, and really just about getting that great big value. How about this? They started, oh, I'm not loving this price, $69.99. So I think I'll be a struggle here 47 minutes in. So let's make it a lot more affordable. And isn't this kind of a go-to? We had, remember when we had that black and white diamond band this past weekend? And it was so popular because, well, it's black and white. That goes with so much. It goes with everything, really. So it's always nice to see. And it's so nice to have a backing here so I can actually put them on properly and show you how they're going to look when they're on. So you really get to see that beautiful size range that they're going to give you. So you can really see that little, I know it's tougher to see here, but I'll give them a little backdrop because they're on my ear at least draping a little bit. But you can see that great color they have. And you can see here what they do as far as that luster, that glow. So really, really well done. And you can see those diamonds, a very pronounced triple floral design right up top. And that's going to be, I'm going to put them on the auction block. Let's do it. Yes.
Can you show that sapphire ring again?
Okay. The green sapphire.
Yeah, I want to see the inside.
Sure. We did it, and we'll do it again. All right, back to the wheel we'll go. Let me go grab that green sapphire, and here are the green, purple, golden. I mean, just again, lots of colors coming through here on this aubergine type color here. Lots of pinks and greens, and really, again, I know it's tougher to see here on camera. They might look a little more green, but there's a lot going on besides that. And here's what we'll do. I'm going to start at $1,000 to open. We'll go up in, I was going to do $100 increments. Let's make it 10. Let's go $1,000 to start, $10 increments from there. Remember that you would have your big extra discount. And here's that green sapphire again. Here's what the inside looks like. So again, you've got the finishing behind the gold. I mean, really looking at that beautiful color and clarity of that sapphire through the inside there. So that's that green sapphire. A reminder, that was $12.99 before your discount. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And again, a very unique color of sapphire for us to bring to you. So that one is from earlier. So there's that green sapphire and that wide band of gold. Very comfortable design. And again, doesn't sit up too high because it's very tempting to go like this. And then that's when they get uncomfortable. When you have that bigger pronounced kind of dome style, this sits lower profile to the hand. All right, we'll keep moving here. No open yet on the Tahitian pair of earrings. And we'll go from there, guys. Last call on anything you would like. Remember, we could even change the gold color on that green sapphire if you want us to. We can change it up. I do have a yellow sapphire, by the way. It's a 189. So another really good size sapphire in a bright, gorgeous yellow. So that'll be 1,000 to open. No open yet. Okay, we'll keep on moving. I know first hour auctions are ill-advised, but it was a way to kind of see who's out there, right? You figure if I just give a little giveaway opportunity, we're going to find out who's with us and who's ready to shop a deal, because nothing in fine jewelry is $1,000. I mean, here's the deal. A band by itself is $7,800 right now. And if you don't think I'm serious, unfortunately, I wish that wasn't true. I wish that was a made up hyperbolic number. But there are gold bands, 2 millimeters, with nothing in them that are literally $7,000 and $8,000 right now. That's a little testament to what the gold market is doing. We're different, aren't we? We're just different. And to be able to do fine quality, have we ventured into fake pearls? No, we're giving you Tahitians that are 11 millimeters in size, times 2 because it's an earring, of course. Here's what it looks like up close. Diamonds as well, solid gold, $1,000 to open when you can't buy the gold by itself for that price. And we are attempting to give them away. So that's really, really important. And Karen D, thank you so much. You are so kind. Wow, that is a very sweet email. Thank you very much. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, she has a daughter named Lauren as well, and we're the same age and everything. Aw, that's wonderful. Well, give my best, Karen, to your daughter, Lauren. And I'm sure she is as fabulous as you are. All right, thank you so much. Oh, Karen, I appreciate that. All right, so that was kind. Let's go ahead and move to our yellow sapphire. Got you a little preview of it. Someone probably said, ooh, I like that. What was that? Show me more, tell me more. Well, here it is. Our gorgeous bright yellow, an oval in platinum. Check that out. It's 112-8874. This would be that platinum setting with a carat 89, another jumbo sapphire. What is this? This is big Sapphire Thursday here. We got a lot of good sapphires. And now we're talking about not just a pale. Sometimes a lot of people say, well, why would I buy a yellow sapphire? We're going to get a yellow diamond from you. The truth is there's a different kind of eye. First of all, it's not going to be easy to get a carat 89 yellow diamond, but you also have here a brighter color. So it's more of, I mean, we've got a pretty bright, you know, Tony's kind enough to, you know, indulge me and match the graphics to my outfit every day when we need to. And so, you know, we let the outfit dictate the production. But here's the thing. That's a pretty bright yellow. It's a pretty bright, happy, sunshiny, kind of summery yellow. It's about as neon as it gets. And you look and you see right there the same exact color in a gem. It's one thing to computer generate a graphic. It's another thing to say, that's mine from the earth. And it's one of those really bright, amazing stones. 189 in a Ceylon yellow. It's got this amazing tapered round and baguette. So we're talking tapered baguettes and rounds together, all bigger stones. It's 45 points in diamonds overall. There's a huge value coming your way. And we've shown you a lot of jewelry. I hope you found something you love. If not, stay with us because we got 2 hours to fill with amazing jewelry. And there is a lot of it to show, not to mention whatever you might be thinking about or hoping for, wishing for, because it's a phone call away. But here's our platinum setting. I want to show you on the hand. It's supposed to be, this is not a bad price for a sapphire. This is almost 2 carats. It's only, and I say only, it's only $48.88. That's a really good price tag on a sapphire of that size. But that is not going to work because again, if this job was just about showing you great pieces And that was all? Just show them, flash them, present them, that's it? Okay, we leave it at $48.88 and call it a day. But to keep the lights on and to make you happy and to do what we're here to do, we got to get that price, this one right here, the one that it's supposed to be right now with an extra 10% off, low enough to where we say sold, right? That's what we want to do. So when that happens, we're happy and you're happy. And I only have one, so only one caller is going to be elated and ecstatic about this nearly 2-carat sapphire, but you need to dial early because I will go as low as it takes and maybe even lower because, to be honest, we got to move through a lot of jewelry. The prices are getting a little redonkulous, wacky, and that I say in the best way because here's what we're doing. This ring is under $2,000. I got a tough act to follow after that green sapphire was here. We did, after all, bring a green sapphire that had a really big size to it. That was important. Now we're getting into the yellows, which are just super in demand because everybody would love to have a yellow diamond now, but how many of us are able to afford yellow diamonds? In today's world, not as many. Not as many, and that will continue to be the case going forward. So what about a sapphire that's giving you just about the same durability? Remember, sapphire's right below diamonds on the Mohs scale. So instead of a 10, it's a 9. So it's right there in that everyday wearable size. You've got the amazing color. You've got the brightness of it. It's clean. I only have, do I have 100 of them? No, I have one. So if you're worried about, well, what's mine going to look like? How about what you're seeing on the air? Right there, up close and personal, that's what your ring's going to look like because that's the one I have and that's the one I ship to you. So instead of $48, I'm taking it under $2,000. We're trying to make a miracle happen on every single piece. And I mean that because everybody's moving their prices up day by day. We're going exactly the opposite direction. So welcome to the fantasy world of shopping. And it's not going to be $48 or $2,000 or $19. Do you want a better price? Who's loving it? They like it already. They were kind enough to say, I'm going to call in even when I see $48.88 up there because I know Lolo and she lives up to her name, which is low, low. So here we go. It's not 19, 18, 17. I'll blow it out right now for $16.99 and you get an extra 10% off. And I'm really pushing the vocal cords, and I'm sorry if it cracks a little bit because I know it's not pleasant right now. I'm dealing with a lot of allergies, so worst of my life. So bear with me. I got watery eyes and terrible congestion and all that stuff. So everything's a little off today. So thank you for bearing with me here. But I'm going to try not to push it too hard. But $16.99, this jewelry just warrants a very, very excited reaction. And when you get it for $16.99 and then you take 10% off, well, $15.29 is going to make it yours. All right, so we'll move on. Let's do show and tell. It's okay. We can do some show and tell. I've got one of our rare stones ever on the planet here. That's a zoisite. That is a zoisite. Yep, not a tarphite, not a purple sapphire. That is natural, unheated. Yeah, that's what Tanzanite's all about. Tanzanite just gets a lot of heating, but that is a natural stone that was such a cool color, they decided let's not touch it. Let's leave it as it is. Then we have in other rarities tonight, take a look at this. I'll just go ahead and show and tell some pieces. If anything catches your eye, you're kind of digging it, kind of like it, think it's all right, call me and maybe we can give you a price that's going to make it yours. Maybe we can. That's a heart-shaped Paraiba. It's a purple-red rubellite color. It's perfectly clean in that I cannot find an inclusion, and it's a pretty big size. It's 1146, so if there was an inclusion, I think we'd probably see it at this up-close juncture. It's 96 points and diamonds on the sides of it, so that's my Paraiba in a heart shape. And I know if you love a heart shape, whew, that's a good one to get. I have this wild, this is tourmaline as well. Not copper-bearing, but it does have many colors together that makes it look like Padparadscha without it being the price tag, because I would hate to think about a $545 Padparadscha price. There's my Padparadscha look in a tourmaline, but in those diamonds surrounding it. Look at this on my hand here. This is a sapphire and diamond collar. This got a huge markdown just this afternoon. So that's our big sapphire and diamond collar piece. Look at that. That's a really, and I love the way that one started in price, but we got a better price for you tonight. So if you want big sapphires and diamonds mixed together in that collar, meant to go really just draping your neckline right in front. How about this, guys? I know it's not for everybody. None of these pieces are. Isn't that what's great about jewelry? There is nothing that's for everybody. And that's what I think is cool about it. And that's what's fun about playing matchmaker up here is that I don't know who's watching, but I know that no matter what it is that you are looking for or whatever your preference is as far as price range and style and colors of stones, I know I'm going to have something for you, which is why you can always help me cheat. I'm not a cheater, but I will say you could help me cheat by just telling me what you're looking for, if there is anything in particular, and we can bring it on out. But if you like butterflies, it's a big designer butterfly ring with pink diamonds, white diamonds, and yellow diamonds all together. So very much, and you would think maybe I dressed for this ring. I had no idea this would be here today. But that's just something else that's here that I thought is kind of new and fresh and exciting, right? Exciting and new. So that really is very important. We also have that white diamond I told you about at the top of the show. Maybe you weren't here to hear about it, so let me know if that floats your boat. Here is the white diamond piece that we have that is GIA certified. It's a 1 carat GIA certified, exactly 1 carat. That's pretty impressive. And then it's got a few diamonds around it. A carat 96. Wait, hold on. I think I can do that math. Hold on. Math is not my strong suit. But if we add 1 carat and 196, isn't that 2 carats 96 in diamonds in one ring? And it's my rare, because a lot of you ask for them. We very rarely have them. White diamond rings where it's nothing but white diamonds, nothing but, including this, which is really important because this is what you want if you really want to have a highly valued diamond, one that you know exactly what the grading is. You need a cert, and the GIA, they're the experts. They're the ones that have the real, they're like really, again, they're just like I am. This is probably no surprise that I trained there for a lot of years, is that this is where they really are very much sticklers. For lack of a better term, they're really sticklers about how they grade. So they're really on point. They don't exaggerate. They don't just say, hey, it's kind of a G color, so let's call it an E. They don't do that. They actually know very clearly, and if anything, they're going to estimate on the lower end to guarantee a higher quality. So that's really what you're getting here, is that really incredible. Come on over and take a look. 1 carat H color SI1 cushion cut. That's pretty important, and again, GIA certified as well. So just showed you a few pieces here. Sapphire collar, big Paraiba in a heart shape. The gorgeous, we had that tourmaline with the Padparadscha colors. We had the butterflies, the zoisite. If any of those look good to you, holler at me and we can give you a full presentation and maybe, just maybe, make it affordable for you as well. Mark it on down. And this is a cool designer piece. How about an opal? We've seen it all. I mean, we're only 1 hour in, and we've seen a pretty unique, I mean, already I've had green sapphires, Tahitian pearls, Kornerupine out of Tanzania. Look at this. Here's our one and only, oh, look at that, black opal designer piece. This is a large scale pendant. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Glad you're with us tonight. We are at the top of the hour, 2 hours left tonight. 112-8814 is the close-up, because that's an important free form, but really it's an oval. It's an elongated lightning ridge, black opal. 171 is the size on 8814, and it does have 30 points in diamonds and a whole lot of platinum. Let me zoom back. It's got a bit of a floral leafy, it feels like modern florals to me. And then diamonds scattered within. You've got some of the tree branch look. Let me show it on the hand here while I have the moment here. And it's a really cool looking bale too. Let me show it on the hand so we can see the size, because that's an important perspective here. It's quite large, and that's going to rule a lot of people out of it. That's just point blank. Carat 71, 30 points in diamonds and a whole lot of platinum. Here's your length top to bottom. It's a large scale designer piece. We can, obviously you put your favorite chain right through it, and you've got 2 and a, let's see, 2 1/4 or so inches in length, maybe a little more than that. Okay, so it's a really big, bold style. It's got one of our better opals here. Here's what it looks like, just for another perspective, just in case you need to see what that's going to look like there on the neckline. So again, feels almost like a coral reef is what it looks like from a distance away. But then you see the up close and you see those different embellishments, some of the satin finishing of the leaves, some of the high polish of the, again, branches there. And yet, it almost looks like bamboo. We're going to do this one for, ooh, I don't know about a $69.99 piece, but I do know if we take a $7,000 piece and drop it down. Well, shouldn't we drop it like it's hot? It is hot. The piece is hot, the weather's hot, let's do it. That's what a sizzling summer savings event is all about. We're gonna make it even better. How about this? $1,999. I'd take it just for the opal. I mean, if I can make every single piece tonight a best price for the stone by itself, wouldn't that be impressive? If we could just say, I'm just gonna sell the loose stones, but give you all the jewelry it's set in, that to me equates to great value. But this piece, hold on, not even $19.99. Let's go even lower. Top of the hour is here. Welcome in, everybody. Let me know. We've shown you most of the jewelry here tonight, so let me know what requests you have. We're happy to go ahead and find what you need, what you want, what you're looking for. We're only 1 hour in. We got 2 hours to go, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to need requests tonight. Look at that shimmering color. All those colors coming through. I'll make it better than 19. Somehow, some way, we're gonna find a home for every last piece tonight. Gotta do it. Not 19, 18, 17. We're getting super low. Shouldn't we be going the other direction? Look at that finishing. You can see even a little bit of house rock on the back of that opal. They don't polish the back of opals. They try to retain as much of that carat weight in the rough as possible, but they still, look at that, blue base, reds, greens, yellows, some purples in there as well. Great elongated stone. It is. It's like you have found the gem within nature's floral here, a bouquet of platinum. Let's make it $16.99 instead. $16.99, one only there. Good luck and welcome in. We've got 2 hours left in our Thursday night. Hopefully, if there's anything we can find for you, let me know what that is. We've got a great bicolor tourmaline and do have our top of the hour here as well, which is going to be, we're going to wait on the Tanzanite a bit, but we have a huge wheel of one of the more important stones in the world, which is called cat's eye chrysoberyl. And then we do have what everybody's been asking for of late, which is the copper bearing material. Here it is, the copper bearing material that's in a new design here tonight. And there you have it, the oval, the super clean, the really, really rare. That is it, my friends. Jewelry shoppers unite. We are here for the values tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Lauren Blair. This is 2 hours left of our TVON Thursday Spectacular for you. Let me know what requests you have. Let me know what you want to see. Hey, we got a whole pile of jewelry from the first hour that's still here waiting for your calls. So whatever it is you'd like to see, get a hold of, get at home, check these pieces out. We've even got all those pieces I flashed, which we can bring back out for a full presentation and a big, big discount as well to take them all the way down. And we're still giving you 10% off. We're trying to clear the inventory. All got to be cleared out. It's like, again, we're moving jewelry here. And we're also then melting down what exists after the show ends so that we can help make new jewelry going forward also affordable for you too, like what's coming up this weekend in my safety pin ring. So here we go. This is one that everybody's been asking about. So I wanted to show it on the early side here tonight because this has been the hottest stone. Well, we are the only ones that bring it. So I would be surprised if you don't come here looking for a stone like this, because where else are you going to find it outside of a museum display? Here is our copper-bearing rubellite, the pinks and the purples together of a gorgeous rubellite stone. You can see that, and yet it's got copper at the core. It's part of why it's glowing. It's why it's so lively. It's why it's bright. It's also a big stone here. We're not showing you a 1 carat this time around. I got the 2 carat stone. It's a 203 and 76 points in diamonds. We're keeping that classic, but with a little extra spin. It's item number 8970, and awfully excited to have it for you, and we're gonna do something wild here. It is our 8888 piece. That is our price tag, and I have a feeling we may need to depart. I have departed from every price tag on sale tonight. We have taken those price tags lower to try and get everything home. Well, this is going to be interesting. It is our top of the hour, and it is our big stone that everyone's been asking for. The problem is this, is that most of the 2 carats are at $9,000, which when you have a 10% off event, makes it a lot more affordable when you say yes. We had this discussion earlier. Affordable does not mean in the sweet spot of everyone's budget. There are different levels of affordability. I'm having to shoot for something that's called practically free pricing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do instead if we're going to move jewelry, and that is the intention here. We've got 1 hour and 53 minutes to go. We can do this. We can do this. We can find a way. And how is the way? It's a zero to start, no reserve auction when we probably have a couple of you with us. So here's the deal. I would take advantage of this now. No reserve. 2 key words there when we're going in a $500 increment, because we need to get this show wrapped up in 1 hour and 55 minutes or so. So we're going to go zero to start. It's a $500 increment. It could go for $500. It could go for $5,000. Either way, great value for you. But it is the most exclusive rare because nobody else has it outside of museums, and that is the truth. So if you don't just want a pretty stone, but you want something that at the end of the day you could always turn around and resell it for a bundle of money more than what you paid, these are the types of stones you want to get in on. I cannot tell you how many times I have a lot of people right now, because I work with jewelry in every single aspect of the business, and a lot of people right now are taking their pieces from the 80s and 90s that they don't wear anymore, that they're just over, because usually the styles change a little bit. In the same way you're probably not wearing the clothes you were wearing back about 40 years ago. You're probably refreshing selling the jewelry collection as well. So I'll tell you right now, everyone's selling their jewelry. You know why? Because they're getting so much more than what they paid for it. Obviously, gold jewelry today, and then there's people out there buying up all the gold they can just to actually melt it down because they can't afford to buy it at the per ounce price that it is today. So you have pieces here that when they are discounted and brand new, and we are doing a discount because it's zero to start. Now, we're looking for bidders. It is a no reserve auction. This will sell as long as we get at least one bidder with a bid of some kind. So that's how we're working this big Thursday night. It is an unscripted moment here to say, pay what you want. And if we have no open on that, then I got bigger problems. That's going to be a big problem because that is our $9,000 Paraiba. And yet here it is. With a zero to start, we're only 1 hour in. This is not usually when you do an auction at all, not even when it starts at $5,000 or $6,000, and now we're starting at nothing. I have no open at all. This is a very scary moment if you are hosting this show. And that's I'm set up right now for failure in a big way because I am literally at the mercy of who's with us and more importantly, who's not with us. And I think if we've gone this long without an open, we got a problem. So here's what I'll do. We will say, I don't get to keep the jewelry. We don't get an open on either, by the way. I know. I tried to instate that in my contract years ago. It didn't work. No, didn't work. We have the open at $500. Thank you so much. We have one bidder. That means it will sell. This will sell in a matter of moments, and we don't have a lot of people with us, which means you don't have a lot of competition. So if you're sitting back going, well, nobody's going to, we have 1,000 now, we have 1,500 now. There are 3 or 4, actually, we have a lot of people backed up on the phone lines right now that can't get through. We will not sell it till we get everybody through, I promise you. But here we are at $1,500 on a $9,000 Paraiba. It is Paraiba. It's got the purples, it's got the reds, it's got the hot pinks. So it is one of the rarest stones on planet Earth, and we have diamonds at 76 points as well. And we now have $2,000. Thank you so much. We got 2,000 and we are still getting people in. So bear with us if you're waiting on hold. We will get you. We will get to you. We will get your bid in, but we have $2,000. And where's everybody going? Oh, no. Oh boy. Will. Who's at 2,000? Diane in Texas has $2,000. Well done, Diane. I'll tell you what, we're not done yet. We got a couple people thinking about it and verifying. Except Jason's caller, they hung up. Jess's caller, they hung up. We have $2,000. I got a problem. Diane, what does she want? What does she want? To not take it, to give up the ring at the current bid. What does she want? Because I cannot. I never ever. So I hear somebody over there on the phones. They're asking, what is a copper bearing? What is a cuprine? What is that? What kind of language is that? That is English. It's gem speak. I know it's fancy gemological speak for copper rich. It means there's copper in the stone. It's part of the coloring agent that gives, with other color elements blended together, what gives this stone its unique neon properties, what gives it its glow, what makes it rare, because there are 1,000,001 tourmalines, and I'm not exaggerating. There are more tourmaline colors out there than any other gemstone family by far. And what really sets them apart is when you have that copper-bearing element that gives them their neon. That's when it starts to go crazy. We have $2,000 only. We have one bidder left. It's Diane. She's looks like I'm getting the big, she is not giving it up. 2,000, she knows what kind of opportunity is happening right now. And it's live, so it's here for you and you alone. So you can call in right now, give yourself a shot here. We've got a final 2-minute coming up here. And our last call looking for $2,500. What a piece, huh? 76 points in diamonds, one of the most valuable stones I can bring you. And it's sitting here with 2 minutes to go, and we're only at $2,000. This is what happens when there's a no reserve auction. I can't get out of it. We've got a value that's far below our own cost to put it together. That would actually be more in the gold by itself without the diamonds, without the center stone. And obviously the diamonds and the center stone are still worth more than gold. Gold's worth a lot, but gold is not worth more than that rare center stone. And it's certainly not worth more than 76 points in VS diamonds. So this is the challenge we have ahead of us now is, giving away jewelry. Well, what else is new? I've been doing that for the first 72 minutes. Now we just have a greater giveaway than we've seen up to this point, and probably won't be the last tonight when we have another 77 seconds to go or so. So here's your chance to pick it on up. And let me know if you'd like it. $2,000. Wow. Looking for 525, no reserve still. It will go. Diane's in the lead here. She is ready to take it, and she doesn't even have to come get it. We're going to send it right out to Texas for her, and what a beautiful advantage that is in our very last call of this auction. Fabulous. And I know how many of you have been begging me and pleading me, and I have been letting you know there are very few left. This was a little run we went on where we started bringing them out a couple weeks ago, and it went ballistic. Everybody who was a collector got one. And then there were a number of you who didn't get one because they were one of a kind, and they always are. And then everybody said, but I want one too, and I want one too, and I want one too. And what's happening? Because I see they're leaving us and they're going, and why aren't we having new ones? Well, here it is. The one everybody's been asking for and everybody's been wanting. And yet here it is at a price tag that is far too low. $2,000. We have 20 seconds remaining, and then it will be sold. We're looking for $2,500. Take a look at this one last time. And there it is. 25. Do we have it? We're verifying right now. We'll see what we got in these last few seconds. Well, we started bold, and now here we go. Last call, we're going to get to that butterfly ring. I've got a lot of you asking about that. Thank you so much. So for all of you asking about the butterfly ring, we're going to show that next. And then we've got this one on its way. Is it going for 25? You've got 25? Very good. All right. We've got $2,500. Who's that? Thank you so much. So Anne's at 25. And, well, we're going to see if Diane wants to go. Or do we have 20? Wait a minute. We're not verified? Hold on, we're still at 2,000. Okay, so hold on. We've got a new operator who's giving me the signal that we had a bid, but we don't yet. So we're still at $2,000. We've still got somebody verifying, and we've still got another call that we just got in the last second. So this is it. Last chance, last call. Here we go. Do we have 25? All right, sounds like we do officially now have $2,500. So it sounds like this is going to be, I think Diane's out, 25 once, twice, 3 times, and that is sold. Congratulations. Here's a turquoise. So yes, I have a very large turquoise here for one caller. This will be our larger turquoise in 112. I don't know what I did with this item number, and it doesn't really matter because it's going to be so cheap. Probably best if we don't even use an item number. It's item number 11288489. At least I can give you some carat weights here, like a 528 cushion cut turquoise, 7 points in tapered baguettes, and 52 points in diamonds. That would be 59 points overall in your diamond weight, and we do only have just one. Oh, there we go again with the one of a kinds and these opportunities that are fleeting to get in on these really rare exotic stones. This one's got a new marked down as well. It is a sales show after all, so isn't that how it works? Yeah, I've had to fight back on some of these pieces like, oh no, I know what gold's doing, but we can't mark it up when it's a sales show. we got to actually go the other way. We got to go backwards. So this is the 528, and backwards we are going. How about under cost? And if you don't believe me, well, we're our manufacturer. We manufacture everything here in-house. I can't say everything. We always have, every night there'll be 2 or 3 pieces that came from an outside designer, but typically it's like 99+% of what we display on the air for you is made and manufactured by us. So that's why we can tell you to the penny what the manufacturing cost was, what it was to put the gold together and the diamonds together and this incredible Sleeping Beauty stone. And then of course, well, the labor, we don't really charge much for that, but I'll tell you, they do a real good job. It's why we don't invite a lot of outside designers. I have been contacted probably in these last 2 years by everybody and their brother and their mother in the jewelry business saying, please, can we please bring our jewelry to you and TVON? And the reason we don't say yes is because, well, the quality is subpar. And we're really, again, when we're up here talking about we have a certain level of quality demand for our viewers, we mean it. So we can't start bringing in everybody's jewelry because it's all different quality. And none of it is to that standard that we require. So it's a no. And so this is the 528 that does meet that quality standard. And we've got all that great diamond work. And I want to show you, this is a really unusual look. We've got the inside fully finished for you, which is a nice extra to get. So you've got that under gallery. You've got all that solid gold. We're doing something really important here. It does stay in the white gold. Here's what it looks like on. You got to have a good turquoise. And if you already have turquoise and you love it, but it's that southwestern material, which there's nothing wrong with, but if it's green with a lot of veining, that's not that premium quality. Maybe you've been looking towards that Sleeping Beauty mind, wanting to get in on that really rare material. Here's how you do it. And it's under $2,000, and we'll make it really affordable right now. I'm getting a lot of requests on that safety pin ring. You guys liking that? Should we show it tonight? I don't know. I'm still working on the price of it, but that's my signet ring, by the way. It's not a UFO that is about to land. It's the signet ring as I'm showing you the, everyone's saying, could you please give us a look at that safety pin ring? What is that? This is coming up on Sunday, a band with multiple, that's all one ring, by the way. I didn't just get cutesy and start stacking and layering. That's all one ring. 3 bands, 2 in pave, the safety pin that joins them. It's a very high-end designer. Anyway, it's on Sunday. Those hoop earrings, those new big burnished diamond hoops are coming up on Saturday. But here we go with our Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Make it $16.99. And then, yes, we're going to get to that butterfly, the dual butterflies, the 2 big butterflies together. That's all coming up. How about the 11 karat plus in a Tanzanite? We got a Tanzanite coming up for you. That yellow sapphire, I believe, is still here. If anybody wants to get that yellow sapphire, we showed it earlier. It was also $16.99. It was almost a 2 karat stone. That was a lovely look for our sapphire lovers out there. Also had that big white diamond if you are curious about that. That big 1 karat GIA certified white diamond. All right, first caller can have it for $1. Might as well. Tony, I got to sell it. I got to sell it. Just keep me from buying all the jewelry tonight. Keep me from buying everything, because I did that last night. I bought a lot of jewelry last night. And I bought a lot of jewelry last night because, you know, somebody got to support the network. So it's me. Listen, I can help. Oh, no, I mean, I can help, right? I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. Nobody wants the dollar ring? Come on now. Tony, stop cutting the feed. We got to have a broadcast. How am I supposed to sell to people on TV if they can't get us on TV? The dollar ring is here. Okay, finally, I hear a phone ringing. Does somebody have this? You got it? Okay. Who is it? Who is it? Cheryl? All right, Cheryl. Bye-bye. Done. And take 10% off, Cheryl. Take 10% off. It's $9.90. I don't know. No. What, 90 cents? Oh, my God. Here's the yellow sapphire, by the way. So how many people we got with us? 14. Okay, Cheryl in Massachusetts just got that piece, by the way. So Cheryl got it. Cheryl got the turquoise. Thank you, Cheryl. Let me show this bicolor. Cheryl, I don't know. I guess the other day we had a 6-minute delay on the broadcast. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but we got the phones ringing now. All right, so it's good to know we're here. We're broadcasting to a few of you. So, and who knows when I'll do that again? I don't know either. It's not scripted. It's not. I paid for a ring for Cheryl. Cheryl, you're welcome. She says thank you. I literally paid for that ring. So you got it, Cheryl. Enjoy it. All right, so Cheryl in Massachusetts, you got a good one coming your way. And she only paid 90 cents. Is that right? I'm not used to doing math like that. I can't even get up. My bottle of water today cost me $4.50. It's like, I mean, to think Cheryl just spent 90 cents, you got a ring. Anyway, enough about first world problems. But here we go. 8810 is our bicolor tourmaline with 18 karat gold. It's got 18 karat yellow and white together. I'm seeing both. Is it? It might be platinum. No, it's 18 karat. All right. Just want to make sure. Sometimes they do the platinum and the gold together. All I've got listed here is yellow gold, but clearly there's some white metal there as well. So we've got a 183 bicolor tourmaline. Thank you, everybody, for calling in. Better luck next time. There will be a next time. I hope. I get to do that again. I love buying jewelry for you. I do. Someone's got to pay for that jewelry, and it's definitely me. But 29 points, hopefully it's an investment in the future of the show for the next hour and 40 minutes that we got. More giveaways coming, but look at that. 183 on the bicolor. It's a true 50-50 split, which we don't always get. Sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes 80-20. It's a 50-50 pink and green. It's got the watermelon vibe going on with the 29 points in the diamonds. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, and that is going to be for, well, one caller only. How about this one? And solid on the back. You saw all that mirror finishing of that white gold through the back side. Let me hold it here so you can see. It is a heart shape, but I wouldn't say as obvious as some. And it's got that little bit of a slant, that turn, which makes it just nice and different and something not your basic. I think that some heart shapes look like they've had their day. Others really look more modern. This is an inch plus, top to bottom. Show it on the neckline from a distance away, and we'll blow this out. It's supposed to be $39.99. I got a better value for you. Let's make this one $999, and it's in a lot of 18 karat solid gold there. And look what that stone does when it's laying up against a backdrop or a neckline. You see the amazing colors that has. The pink and the green split, half and half. In that bicolor. Take a look at this, and finished beautifully. And that is the okay, that's the Cheryl I was thinking it was. Oh my gosh, she has been watching me for 25 25 years. I was wondering, Cheryl, when I heard Massachusetts, I was wondering if that was you. She's been watching a while. Oh, well, that's wonderful. All right, well, doesn't miss a show. She says she's never missed a show. And that's why you've never missed a show. Probably just waiting for that deal. So here we go, and that'll be $8.99 for that piece as well. So congrats if you get it. We have the big yellow diamond that's new, very unique yellow diamond. Yesterday I brought you a very simple carat 76. I think this one is gone. Today I have something a little bit more kind of just designer, wild, sculptural. This is a big diamond as well, but definitely a little bit more involved than just a solitaire or something simple. It's going to be 1128757. Take a look at that. And we do have, again, that yellow sapphire is verifying now as well, but this is a yellow diamond. So you see that amazing brilliance it gives. It's our 1 carat 62. So we'll follow along here on a really cool 8757 designer style. I'm going to zoom back a bit because it is a towering piece. You can see how it's really got that pretty feminine kind of fluted design. It's all platinum. It's a carat 62 on the pear VS stone, 72 points in the white diamonds as well. There's going to be a different size diamond everywhere you go there. It's got a lot of the bigger rounds and then they kind of taper into that pave. So you've got a lot to love about this one, and yet huge value right now coming your way. Let me know what you'd like to see or what you want to take from earlier. We're almost halfway through this show on this Thursday night. Anxious to see what it is you're looking for. If there's anything we can bring out, say the word. But here's how we do this yellow diamond. I had one last night. It was about this size. It was hardly any diamond weight. It was 33 points beside it. If you're with me, you know it was a cushion cut square. I don't make this stuff up because, well, guess what? Most of you were here and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Same size diamond. I think it was a few points different, 3 or 4, and it had 33 points in diamonds, and it was very simple. It had a very small amount of platinum because it was just essentially a band ring. This is quite involved. It's got a lot more platinum because you see that length it gives. It's actually going to be even less. This is less than last night's, and this is the color that I'm really advocating because just, again, if you're looking for the best in the world, that's the color you want. Remember, it's a natural stone, not treated in any way, and here's what it looks like from a distance on the hand, and it will not be, well, it's supposed to be $89.99. I know last night's was $59.99. Here's what I'll do on this one. I'll take $1,000 extra off and make it $4,999 for a nearly 2 carat yellow diamond. And then, of course, it's in a pear shape, which what do we know about pear shapes? They look even bigger. Pear shapes do. Ovals do. They look so gigantic. And look at the way this designer style is done. All that different sweep. It's basically a 3/4 way around surrounding of the yellow. Then you've got those that trio of diamonds bigger on the side there. It's $49.99. You take $500 instantly as your discount. It makes it $4,499. That is one only right there. Okay, let's keep on moving. We got the big sapphire necklace a few of you are asking about. Glad you are, because this is one for the ages. How this works at this price tag, I do not know. But I know this, when it comes to a great value on a necklace, that's going to be our most involved platinum piece of the night. It's 1128018. Here's what the necklace looks like. And obviously I'm going to try it first here on the hand so I can just drape it so we can see really closely. All of these sections are rectangular sections of material. Now this is meant to go pretty much side by side when it's on. I'm draping it across my hand. What you're getting are these sections of platinum, and then this is like a beautiful flattened omega. And you've got all these beautiful larger sapphires. There's 487 in blue sapphires. They're glowing bright blue. 30 points in the diamonds as well. 7 stones going across the way. And then you have your insert closure. It's an insert closure and a figure 8 safety, 16 inches, which is generally where we want a collar to be so that it sits close to the neckline. We've got an amazing value here. It's one of our most involved. This is certainly as highly valuable as a piece of jewelry is going to get today. And let's take a look at it just generally against the neckline from a distance, just for a little size perspective. Obviously what it looks like against a skin tone really helps it to show off as opposed to bright colors. But you see there how it's going to look when that's fastened in the back. You're going to see those really are going to be that centerpiece and really filling in the neckline beautifully. So I'm going to show you up close as well because I want you to see it that way. So we're still all about these stones. I mean, there's a lot of metal, but I want you to see the incredible stones you have as well, and we'll walk you through those. But that will be under, well, $99.99 is where it was last time it was on the air. I've had this on the air. It's not new. It's only been on, I think it's been once, but it was $99.99, and now we're going to take it even lower. Those are also emerald cuts. Very important royal blues stacked with diamonds. Those are Nice sized diamonds on the sides. There's 2 actually on each side. They end up just looking like one big princess cut. There are 2 rounds on either side of the sapphires in those blocks of platinum, all attached to the chain, and we're going to take it on down below even $4,000. Trying to make some waves here, and I know we have. But now instead of $39.99, and let me know who's got that big yellow diamond. And here we go with the entire necklace. One great piece, finished beautifully. Yes, we've got Beth. Your request is coming up next. We've got it, Beth. We've got it. The 1 carat diamonds by the yard. The way I like to see it, the dangling version coming up. But we're going to do better right now than $39.99. Got to make sure it goes. These are the moments in time that we get awfully accustomed to here, and we can't just sit back and get too comfortable with prices being like this forever and ever and ever, because things are rapidly changing in the jewelry world. So forget about what's already happened. Things continue. It's not like, oh, well, guess what? The prices have gone up. It's what it continues to do. And that's what I need you to realize, is that eventually something's got to give when we're bringing these incredible pieces. But for now, you get those savings, you get those extra discounts, and we're going to make this one better than even $3,999. It's an entire platinum necklace, and I cannot think of a better way to shop a discounted deal than this one right here. We're going to make this only $3,699. Yes, Jason, go ahead. I don't, but we can bring it out. $36.99, by the way, after 10% off, gets it down to $33.29. And then, Beth, your request coming up. Can't wait to show it to you. We do have, hey, Kathleen, she's online now, correct? All right, here we go. Real quick, Kathleen, here's a piece from last night. Now, this is a genuine purple. I am so happy I still have it to show you, first of all, because that is a miracle. 1116723 is our 31-point cushion cut purple diamond. How purple? Pretty darn purple. It's saturated. It really is. Definitely one of our best, and one of, actually it is my largest purple diamond I've had. There is that too. Was she with me last night to see it, or did she hear this through the grapevine from a friend or from a jeweler who said, you better pretend you're a customer and buy that so I can resell it this holiday season for about $31,000. Well, I'm going to do better than $31,000. And I've actually got it for less than even $5,000. When there's 92 points in diamonds on the side, that is our cushion cut square in a genuine, natural, not just a diamond that started as some gray, ugly color and then it was treated and irradiated and bombarded and then ended up looking this way. No, this is a natural purple diamond, and it's under $4,000. It's not $39.99. It's not $3,500. We're bringing this one down right now to $3,399. And after your discount, that becomes obviously so much more of a value. Just really the perfected piece there. And I'm going to try it on for you as well in case you missed this. It was near the end of last night's show live. Here it is, $3,059 would get you one of the ultimate collector stones we have, and it's right there. So that is going to be $3,059 at checkout. When it's all in solid, there's a little bit of rose. It's just the setting for the purple. The rest is all in white gold with that 92 points in round brilliant diamonds around it. Set everywhere else. It looks fantastic, and it's just, I mean, come on. That is a major, major, major value. And somebody's going to take it. That's a fact, because, you know, every given night you got a couple viewers, they're tuning in different times. Not everybody's here every day. This is the one where once you see it, you know it, you take it, because I don't have 3 of them in the back. I don't have another purple diamond of that size in our entire inventory, and nobody brings colored diamonds the way we do. We have more of them to choose from than anybody else, and we have better values too. And we have that dangling diamonds by the yard coming up next. Beth asked for it, but a lot of people get it. That's the beauty of it. So Beth, big thanks for the request here. Do you have this one?
They're asking if you think the Wonder Ring.
No, I don't think the Wonder Ring will work with it. Nope, it doesn't have enough elevation to it. It will, but it's not going to sit right where you want it to sit. I think it's a great ring on its own, though. I'm a big ring jewelry lover. I like a bigger ring. I'd wear this on its own. I don't think it needs a lot of extra around it or with it. It really is meant to just be a perfectly placed, well-suited piece on your hand. All right, we'll move on to our DBTY. It's my own favorite version here that we do. It's 1115147. We're going to take that purple diamond away. That's just, again, it belongs in a museum. I know we're not unaccustomed to seeing museum caliber pieces here on the show. We see a lot of them, but that really, the way the Argyle is been done for a couple years now, the pressure it's put on the industry at large to get their hands on any of the exotic diamonds. The exotic diamonds would still be yellows, but the pinks get even more rare and the purples get even more rare. The purples are basically one shade away from being a red. So they're super, super rare. They're really tough to get. And as we see, the industry is all clamoring for these colors of diamonds, all of them. But the purple's one of the rarest you can get. We have 90 minutes to go. We have the DBTY coming up. Beth, your request is going to help a lot of people out today. It may be the rest of the show, who knows, because it's that kind of value. And here we are right now with our 31 pointer that I'm not going to leave until it goes. It's either to you, one of you, or to a museum. There are only two great options here for this ring. I'd much rather have one of our TVON collectors get it, but there is nothing else in our entire inventory like it. There is nothing else like it. There is nothing of that size. Yeah, thank you. That one is sold, and now we're going to show on the hand shot here. It's going to be 5147, Tony. We're going to bring this out and show everybody the diamonds by the yard. I figure the stand helps us a little more than just my hand. So we will show you here what we've got in our dangling diamonds by the yard. This is the one that I always prefer. I will recommend more than any other is this very option right here. And there's a very good reason for that. And that is because these diamonds, first of all drape from the chain. So we do all the traditional, that's how it all began. The DBTYs that you see in every store are usually a diamond bezel set that's set within the chain. They're going basically right down the line of the chain. It's a little different. Think diamond pendant times 9. 9 individual stones, every one of them bezel set. You realize you're getting over 10-point stones because 1 carat divided by 9, it means 11 pointers plus. So they're really big size of stones. They're all going to look bigger thanks to the bezel. We have white, yellow, rose, purple, leopard, spotted, green gold, whatever you want. But for the most of us, we want to stick with the white, the yellow, or the rose. Just go with the traditional colors of gold because it's the one you're going to wear the most. They made green gold for a while, and I was like, green gold? If I wanted green gold, I would go to the gumball machine and get a piece there and wear it for a day, and it would turn green. And it would also turn my skin green. That's the problem. Like, green gold was a thing for a minute. And I'm like, yeah, no wonder. Can you imagine? It didn't take off. It didn't become a thing. But it was for a minute. But we're going to stick with the traditional white, yellow, rose. Beth, thank you for asking for it. It otherwise would not be here. And it's our 1 carat dangling. This is where, I'll tell you what, we do the same exact diamonds. Hear me out. I'm going to do something I should not do. I'm going to advise you against one of our DBTYs. I'm going to advise you against the other one. The traditional one looks very pedestrian. That just means kind of commonplace, ordinary, and basic compared to this one. And the problem I have with that is because as you move, because chances are if you're going to stand like this, okay, your necklace is still going to move. Just your breathing. So I don't love our other diamonds by the yard as much as this one. And don't get me wrong, it's great. Everybody who sells jewelry sells a DBTY. They don't call it that, they call it a diamonds by the yard. And now they're mostly faux. That makes me mad. There's a lot of faux out there. There's a lot of man-made. There's a lot of treated. There's a lot of la. It's a lot of junk. Sorry, but it is. There's obviously, we are a gathering of fine jewelry gals. We like fine jewelry. And that's what we're here to provide. But when you're looking at plated metals and lab-grown stones and all that CZ material, it's not going to be the everlasting piece. And right now, my only problem with that, it'd be one thing if you're spending 20 bucks. I'd say buy the fake. Buy the fake, wear it for a month, be over it, done, throw it out, you know? It's 20 bucks. Not a big deal. I'm still not a waste of money, but hey, it's 20 bucks. If you're spending thousands for those fake alternatives, those look-alike alternatives, I don't see the point in that. Because we can bring it to you in the real deal, in the fine quality, for a better price. And that's when I say go for it, because this is the one you have forever. It never goes out of style. Can't say that about everything. It never goes out of style. The diamonds always sit facing out to the world properly. They're never going to flip. You're never going to see the backside of the bezel. It's always going to be perfectly draped and placed right here. Goes from here to here. When you put that on at 16, 17, or 18, because we built it all in, don't worry about that. You're not choosing a length, you're getting all three. That's built in with the premium closure and clasp. You have it draping where all those diamonds sit facing forward, and all of that said, it is supposed to be, I'll show you right now. Here's the new price going forward right there. There it is, $29.99 for the dangling diamonds by the yard. I'm gonna make this better. We have white, yellow, and rose gold available. You tell me which one you need. We're gonna go lower than $29, and this is a sale event, so you get 10% off. That'll save you. These all stay right where they should. They're not going to flip or turn. They might move. Look, they can move, they can dance, they can drop. They're not going to flip the wrong way. So that's the key here. That's where I think that's where it's invaluable, okay? That's really what's important here. So you've got your 9 stones. We do that again, center, and then 4 on each side, okay? 9 stones draping beautifully. This one is, I don't even know if I put this on correctly. In the first place, I did it so rushed because I wasn't planning on this being here, but here's what we're going to do instead, $29 or $19.99 for gifting. I'll tell you, I know it's only July, but hey, July's almost over, then it's August, then it's Labor Day, then it's, oh my gosh, holidays are here, and suddenly you're going, I don't know what I'm going to get for that very important person on my list. Maybe you're not waiting for holidays. Maybe it's a birthday. Maybe it's an anniversary. Maybe it's I'm moving on to the next phase of my life, which is retirement. I want to have something I'm going to wear in leisurely moments as well as dressed up. I always want to look put together and super fine, even when I'm living more of a life of leisure. It does not matter what the occasion is. Maybe the occasion is as simple as Lolo going crazy on a Thursday night, and I want to take advantage of that. I want to be there to mark that moment. I want to take advantage of one of the craziest values where it's not even $19.99. It's going to be even better. And this is going forward. Mark my words. Holiday season, I hope we'll be here with a $29.99. Or let me tell you this. I think, because I'm in the industry, everyone's talking about what's going to happen to gold by the time November, December rolls around. I think we would be very lucky, very lucky. I think we would be really lucky to have this for $29.99 then. I think if I'm being really honest with you guys and just telling you what I'm hearing through the industry, it's going to be more. It's going to be much more than $29.99 by the time November and December roll around. So if you're thinking end of the year gift giving, holidays, Hanukkah, any of that, New Year's Eve, all that, this is the time to get it. I know it's July. Let's praise that we have got a sale going on. And you're spending less than even $1,500 to get this right now. And it's not $15 or $14.99. It's going to be better. And I know we're busy on the phone lines already, locked up as a matter of fact. White, gold, yellow. I just got someone taking one of each color, and that's a wise idea as well. But it's not going to be $14 or $13 or $12. It's not even $11.99. Going to make it so much more affordable right now. This is how you do it. I'm giving away jewelry. Welcome to the party. Welcome to a show you cannot afford to miss, and these are the values. These are fine. You don't want to buy every last crazy thing I've got in rings because you might wear it. Listen, I get it. You might wear that copper-bearing heart shape once every year. I have jewelry like that. I wear it once or twice a year. That's not a good investment if you want to have one piece that you spend money on that you want to wear every single day. Isn't that the candidate for the piece you're going to put on and wear? I don't care if you never leave the house. I don't care if you're opening the door only for UPS deliveries because you're just taking receipt of packages and you still want to look your best. I praise you. I congratulate you. I think you're doing it right, looking great all the time. Just when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, you don't need to leave the house to look fabulous. I wouldn't put on my 10-carat Paraiba when I'm just sitting in the house. But that necklace, wear, leave on, have on from the moment you wake up in the morning till the second that you lay your head down on the pillow at night, and know that you're excited for the next day to roll around so you can still, no matter what that day entails, you're still putting on your dangling diamonds by the yard, where you are dressed for the best. For the best and in the best. And that's what's so important. Let's make it even better than $11.99. Let's take it down to $11. That way we can make it $9.99 at checkout, so you can have the great value. And you see what I did there? There's supposed to be a $3,000 price tag. That's supposed to run you $2,700 tonight. Instead, I'm going, no! Let's go. Reverse it. Let's all time travel. I don't know about you, but I think if I had a superpower, that would be it. I would want to have the ability to travel in time, because time is what's so precious. Time is the most valuable thing we have in life. It is time. Time is precious. And that's why I want a piece of jewelry I can live in every day. That's why I want a piece that I know is spent when I'm putting in hard-earned time doing what I do to make a living and what you guys do. We want to make sure that that hard-earned money is being spent well and wisely with a piece of jewelry that is a quality far superior to even that $3,000 price tag that you're getting tonight for really $9.99, because that's why I did that $11.11. Otherwise, it'd have to be so much more. You're going to actually spend $999.90 to get that dangling diamonds by the yard, which is solid gold. Which the chain, by the way, this is the lobster claw. Let me just show you. This is the back of the bust, so who cares? But I just want to show you. There is a lobster claw. I know. That's going to be the 16, the 17, and the 18. So you've got 3 O-rings. It makes it easy, right? Again, this bust is not the size of a normal human neck. So again, that's why it's got that wraparound design. But this is designed when it's on to go from one part of the neck, one corner of the neckline to the other. So when you have it on, all you see are diamonds from side to side on the neckline. I don't care if you're wearing a strapless gown, if you're wearing a string bikini and in a fitness competition in a week, I'm just saying, or you still want to have some diamonds on, right? And you know, whatever it is, you've got an open neckline or a turtleneck and you're putting this over it. Now, I know we're not wearing turtlenecks now, but in a couple of months you might be. And so you still need to know, is my necklace going to be put away in the jewelry box come November? No. You put it at that longer length and drape it over the turtleneck, the cowl neck, the what have you. So that's what you do. And it's always going to drape perfectly. I am somebody who's got a lot going on in life. I don't need my jewelry to be high maintenance. I am high maintenance. Everything in my life right now is high maintenance. I don't need my jewelry to be high maintenance. I want to put it on and have it look great. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to have to touch it all the time. I just want it to look fabulous from the moment I put it on and never have to worry about it and just let the compliments come in. I just want to hear everybody say, ooh, that is a beautiful necklace, or oh, I've always wanted one of those, or oh, where did you get that? Or ooh, those are some bright sparkly diamonds and they look like 1 carat because of the way their bezel's set. That's the best part too. They're already 11 points a piece, but they look even bigger because of the way they're wrapped in that gold. So great way to go at $9.99 rather, and that's going to be our last call on that one. I'm getting ready for our next item, which is going to be that butterfly ring as promised. If you have any requests, this was a request. The last purple diamond was a request, so might as well get them in. Whatever it is, whatever you can imagine or think of, whatever you can dream up in the fine jewelry world, we're going to have a chance to bring it to you, and at that incredible value. So that turns into $9.99. Take advantage of those. Don't forget about that sapphire and platinum and diamond collar we had. This is the ultimate in necklaces. Honestly, it's the same exact price as our other diamonds by the yard, and I think there is a massive difference. A massive difference in the way they look. This looks so much more important. I am someone who I was born with, I don't know why, I came from very frugal, humble beginnings, and I was born with champagne taste, and I don't know what it is. I came from a family who was very frugal, good Midwestern roots, very frugal, and yet since I was able to know the difference of qualities, I've always loved high quality things. I've always loved opulence and glamour and beauty. Maybe that's just because I was born in the city. I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, that is very expensive ordinarily to get, and this is where that opulence is still wearable day by day if you have the most casual lifestyle or if you're more glam. It does not matter who you are, what your age is, what your career path is, where you live, what city, if you're in rural or if you're in urban areas, it does not matter. Everybody can wear this necklace. Andy, go ahead. Andy, did you have a question? You got it, Lois. We're going to show it next then. We'll wait on our butterfly and show Lois the GIA certified 1 carat white diamond coming up next. We will do that. This is $9.99. I could stay on this all day if I had the luxury of time. But like I said, time is our most precious commodity. So I'm going to move on from that. Just know that you can still ask for 111-5147 or just say I want the DDBTY, because that is the dangling diamonds by the yard. DDBTY, dangling diamonds by the yard. All right, Lois, we've got the big 1 carat diamond here. And that's a good close-up. This is our GIA certified 1 carat diamond. We've got an hour and change left in the show. Keep those requests on and coming. We want to help you, and we can in a big, big way with big discounts as well. So that's really important. But take a look at this. This is a beautiful and rarity for us. We bring you rare all the time, but this is rare on a different front. It's not actually that rare in the world of diamonds. Like we could go into any store, and right now the big issue is it lab grown or is it natural from the earth? We only bring natural from the earth. So that's the first order of business, because right now even stores that we used to rely upon back in the day for natural diamonds have really moved on over to lab grown because they're making such ginormous profits. So it's just the way to go, right? And they look and they're able to say, hey, look, you can save $500 off the real deal. And they're making so much money. It's just hand over foot. Profit margins are some like 500% growing right now in lab grown. And that's probably why they're kind of being forced a little bit on us. Doesn't it feel that way? Like everywhere you look right now, even designers who have been reliably about quality through the years, I could list off 10 designers off the top of my head that have all converted their diamond jewelry to lab grown diamond jewelry because, well, there's a big profit involved. And that's what I guess nobody in the business should be saying, but I have no other way to be with you than honest and truthful and just kind of giving you those tips from basically if you were in the trade, if this is what you did for a living, I think you would know these things. And I feel my moral obligation to make sure that just for the sake of smart shoppers, I still have a lot of you that go out there and buy lab grown, and that's your prerogative and totally okay by me. And I'm just gonna say, well, shop with what you like. Shop with what works for you. But honestly, there's such a big profit. So if you've wondered why is it that it's overtaking the world, well, a couple of different reasons why. There's really no abundance of really good high quality diamonds in the first place, and they're getting more and more high value. Somebody asked the other day, I just saw it on social, they were saying, well, doesn't that decrease the value of a natural diamond if lab growns are everywhere? It's exactly the opposite. I don't know if they missed that day in history class or economics or wherever you learned about supply and demand, but when all that's basically out there is essentially lab grown, really taking over the jewelry world, it actually makes the natural high quality stones even more high value because they are so scarcely seen right now. Does that make sense? There's just hardly anywhere. I mean, call up your jewelry stores. Maybe Herb down the street used to sell fine jewelry. I bet you he's selling lab grown now. All the big designers are doing it, and it's mostly because, yes, it costs the consumer generally a little less, but there's also a massive profit margin. And that's what, again, the dirty little secret that jewelry business does not want you to know about. But I really do feel like you have a right to know that. That's your hard-earned money. I feel like that's just, again, I might be banned from a lot of the jewelry population here, but it's okay. I'm only here to, just speak the truth, right? You guys have learned through the years. Some of you have just really, I've had so many wonderful emails of late, and they've been, when I say wonderful, they're wonderful overall, but they're heartbreaking at first because it's a lot of individual stories of people who didn't know about TVON. Were shopping all the places on TV, and they were burned. They were burned by bad jewelry, low quality jewelry, pieces arriving missing stones, pieces in something that even worse, not what they were promised to be, and things like that. Really scary scenarios. And I said, I wish I wouldn't have wasted all that time and money at other places. But again, this is why we exist, for that. There's still a segment of the population, I believe, that does want quality, and still, if we can make it affordable, it opens that door. So 112-4677. It is a 1 carat, and here's the deal. Doesn't get any more specific than this. It's got a full GIA certificate. So this makes appraisals a breeze. I think that if you are investing into a really good diamond, you probably want to get it appraised so you can get it insured. That's usually why people do appraisals, is so that you can put it on your insurance policy. As someone who's learned the hard way, please put your fine jewelry on your insurance policy. It's not just covered necessarily in your policy. So there's another little piece of advice. So we're not selling, but it's okay. Just as long as we can impart some knowledge from our family to yours, I think that's important. Get your fine jewelry insured, because it has to be individually insured if you want to have the ability to, again, if the worst should happen. So here we go. Cushion modified brilliant. It's a really cool cushion cut stone. It's a 1 carat H color. It's an SI1. We'll go through what that means on the scales. It's got a excellent polish, excellent symmetry. Most diamonds, about a third of them, have some fluorescence to them, so not uncommon. Here's your breakdown. If the stone were that big, that's what you would see. Some minor itty-bitty inclusions in the middle there. They're covered by faceting. You'll see the back has nothing, and at least, nothing I see documented there. And then H color. Well, H color is going to be that very high end of the near colorless range. Anything up here, quite frankly, gets really pricey, gets kind of priced out. So we really want to be, I always recommend, I help probably 2-3 people a week on average get an engagement ring. Just as a service, I offer to friends, family, and every single friend of a cousin, of a aunt, of a whoever. They just need help, right? Because the diamond world is confusing. So I always recommend going the high end of the near colorless, and then always recommend getting an eye clean SI. That's always what I do, unless You know, I'm working with someone who says to me, I have no budget. Well, okay, but that never happens. Everyone has a budget. I work with people who make 60, 70, $80 million a year, and they still have a budget. So again, there's always a budget. But here we are with this really important, I think the ideal, it's a one only as well. It's got a carat 96 in diamonds around it. And I do want to show you from a distance, because what it is just brings you the sparkle. It really brings an intense amount of sparkle. What a piece to discount 10% as well, when it is certainly one of the higher end. I was in wholesale today, in the wholesale jewelry district here in Los Angeles, and just today was looking at 1 carat diamonds, kid you not, 1 carat loose, 1 carat this quality, SI. I'm telling you, a 1 carat non-certified round brilliant loose is running $7,500 right now. So when it's not set, not in gold, not with 2 carats of extra diamonds. So I would say if I can get you below 7,000, we're talking about a deal. You get the cert, which obviously is highly important because it's not me telling you it's an H color, it's you having the documentation to carry with you throughout the life of the ring, which is forever and ever, as long as you choose to keep it. And we're going to bring it down right now to the very low, awesome price, $15,999. It's actually where it started. I've actually previously had it in the last month or so. It was down to $69.99. Now it goes even lower tonight. And we're going to take that one down. This has never happened on a 1 carat white diamond here. $4,999 with the additional 10%, which makes it from $49.99 to $44.99. So a one only there, and our butterflies are next. And if there's any requests you have, get those into. Very excited about this butterfly, one of a kind coming up. 2 butterflies, 1 ring, all decadence in diamonds. That is $44.99. Brought up by request. H color, again, top of the near colorless range there. It goes D, E, F. Those are the top colorless colors. That means white, white, no color at all. If anything, now you're seeing it up close against a white background in white gold with white diamonds. If there was body color, you'd see it. That's about as close up as we can give you. So a scrutinizing look at a really good stone at $44.99. So Lois or anybody else, it is one of our rare moments to look at a really big white diamond. Okay, coming up, here is a lot of white diamonds, and then you've got some pinks and some yellows. This is a bold designer ring. Let me suggest it also for middle and index fingers, middle especially, because you see it's got a wingspan, a literal wingspan that branches out left and right, unlike most rings do. For reference, here's that big diamond ring we just had. See the difference in the size? You're going to get a really big, wider perspective, but it's not the double finger ring, which is really tough to wear. It basically impedes you from doing anything with your hands. So I love that this has that wingspan across the way, and it's item number 1111678. Talk about a piece that way back in the day, this is an old item number. 1111678 goes way back. About 6-7 years is when I had this. It was actually one of our first colored diamond pieces that we had. There was a yellow diamond to start, a single 1 carat, but then it was like we branched out into using some accents and different pieces. That's when this came out to play. And here it is with that setup style. I love this because it doesn't interfere at all. Everything's elevated above the band. And then you've got this beautiful two-way style where the larger butterfly is done with the yellow and the white. The smaller is done with the pink and the white. You can see how that is no interference. See how my fingers are still together tightly there? So there's absolutely no way. It's not like you're walking around with your fingers like this because of that larger width of the ring. So we have got to blow it out. I remember when I first brought it, because that's how long I've been here, and certain pieces just stick in your memory bank because they're unusual and different and the only one of their kind, and we're looking at it up close, and yet it's a carat weight and total weight in diamonds. The double butterfly ring, that is again one ring. It's going to have all 3 gold colors, so it's another piece to really, I like that it ties everything else together. I'm not someone, call me, you know, a freak that I am, but I tell you, I don't like to mix and match gold colors unless there's one piece that's tying it all together. I just am a little bit too type A for that. I like to have all one metal all the time, at least day by day. So even down to the hardware in a handbag, I want it all to match. But when you have a piece like this that's incorporating everything, it allows you to wear all your white and your yellow and your rose gold together with those pink and yellow and white diamonds together as well. So let's take a look at it here. We're going to give you a huge blowout price. I know when we started way back when, this was a $49.99 ring and should go up from there today because, well, when I started here, gold was like, I don't know, $1,500 an ounce. It's Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's more than doubled. So we are really excited to bring you a great value. Take the ring backwards. We know it's a little high-end style, right? It's something that's not exactly what I'd say for everybody, but it's that statement piece. It reminds me of, we've only done this a few times where we've done like a big, bold designer ring. This really is it, and we're going to make it better than even 49, 39, better than 29. Here's the crazy kicker. It's better than 19.99 for all of this diamond weight. And notice how you have the bezels and the prong. A lot of those diamonds in the wings are highlighted by bezels. So the yellow and the pink and the grows, and then you've got the white diamond pave every which way it stays as is. It's not even $19.99. I remember that. Remember the big double flower ring that we do? But that one goes down the hand. So it's a lot harder to wear because it's extending vertically down the hand. This is going across the hand. So even if you have a teeny hand, even if you have a tiny ring size, even if you are somebody who's really on the petite, delicate side, you still have a ring you can wear because the ring goes this way and not that way. So it really makes it easy to find ways to wear it. Even if you're somebody who normally wears smaller jewelry, this could be that statement piece you've been waiting on. And I love it anchored kind of in the midpoint of the hand because then it really just, to me, always balances. So here we are, better than 19. You got it. We're going to take it even lower, and we got the top of the hour rolling up here on us. Our last hour is beginning. And this will not. I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, back, it was $5,000. Today it should be 5 times that price. I'm not kidding you. That's how jewelry's gone in the last several years. Did I take it 5 times more than $5,000? That's $25,000 it should be. I'm at 2. We're going to go lower. We're not asking for 19, 18, 17. It's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of discounting. We got the discounts. We've got that. The discounts are happening. The values are there. Wherever I end up, and who knows where that's going to be, but you will still take 10% off. And we're not going to do 17 or 16, or I so want somebody to have this. I know it's not for everybody. Good thing we only have one ring. I don't have another. Beyond the first, that's it. First caller gets it. Second, third, fourth callers, if there are second, third, or fourth, they're out of luck. We would never make anything like this again because we can't. We don't have the diamonds anymore to do this. That's the other thing. The pinks and the yellows and the white diamonds, we're only dealing with what we have. If it's not in our inventory currently, we can't continue to make pieces like this. They're one and dones. When they're gone, they're gone. We're not getting new pink diamonds in. We're not getting yellow diamonds in because they're so scarce. And this is not 16. Just waiting for a call. Just waiting for a caller to say, yes, I need this ring, and now it's super affordable. Let's go. Not even 16. How about $15.99? How about we take it even lower? $1,499. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous in the best way. I just cannot see a better value than that in the world of jewelry. And we have a Tanzanite ear, oh my goodness, Tanzanite earring request. See, you guys have the best ideas. I never get the good stuff until you ask for it. I'm like, oh, look at this. We got good stuff. We got Tanzanite trillion earrings. Who knew? Tanzanite trillion, and I got a few to go around. I'm going to make this our top of the hour. Thank you to our YouTube requester, whoever you are. We have got a Tanzanite trillion. I've got white and yellow gold. Oh my goodness. 1128652 is coming up. This will be $13.49, by the way. So in case $14.99 wasn't crazy enough, I'm taking an extra $150 off, and you get it for $1,349 only. We are seconds away from the top of the hour. Jason, what were you picking up over there? A DDBTY? Yes. Ah, how did I know? That's what's popular tonight. And again, thank you. We all got to thank Beth. Beth is the one that requested it. Thank you, Beth. Thank you so much. Glad everyone's loving the DDBTY, the dangling diamonds by the yard. Okay, butterflies lead to trillions. We're going to get to some trillion Tanzanite studs. Not really studs. See, when I hear studs, I still think of like the old school studs. Like a little teeny itty bitty stone, like a 10-pointer in a little like Frankenstein bolt of a basket. You know, like the ones they put in the guns at the kiosk at the mall that they, you know, pierce your ears with. You know what I mean? Then they look like they're those studs you got to wear for a couple weeks before you can change them out. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's what I think of when I hear stud. It's usually what it means is a little speck of a stone in a little wiry basket. Then I look at this stud and I go, well, that's a little different than your average stud earring. They're like the studs of studs, you know, a little more studly. What do you think of when you hear studs? Okay, let's not get into that. But I will tell you, it's not late enough. Now, back in the day, if we started the show at 7, we could talk about that. But we're talking about, it's still like it's not even prime time yet. We could talk about that. Look at this, though. Whoever requested this, thank you again. We've got 2 different gold colors. I have the white gold. Here's the deal. We can show you right now what the yellow gold looks like, except they won't be in focus at the same time, because I can only focus on one level of the wheel at once. I don't know why my wheel is such a mess either, but try to clean that up. Let's just zoom back. We got a carat 42. And Joanne, what were you taking over there? Got it. Any questions? I left them with a question. You know, I hate that. My goal, one of my goals in doing this every single day is never leaving you with a question. Presentations that are at least comprehensive enough where you don't have questions. Because if you have questions, you're not going to buy something. You're not going to know. You're not going to learn. You're not going to ever know. What was the question? A what? Oh, so that's more of an opinion-based question. And what'd you tell him out of curiosity? I want to hear this. What'd you tell him?
It was a good gift idea.
It was? That's an interesting question. Who was that?
I know, but
That was nice. Good question. They asked, it wasn't technically related. They asked if it was a good gift idea. I guess that means a lot of things. That's an open-ended question. I think it depends on who you're shopping for, what their own personal aesthetic is like, and what your gift budget looks like. But I say yes, because I know if I received that as a gift, now, of course, I don't think I've ever received a jewelry gift in my life. You know why? Because I'm kind of in that business, right? Nobody dares buy me a piece of jewelry besides myself. Yeah.
can I check the item number for the butterfly?
It's 111. That might be the issue, probably, if I had to guess. 111, 1678? No, it's not coming up? Okay, well, that's what I have. 111, 1678 is what I got on the butterfly. All right, so the question on the butterfly is a good gift idea. I think that's really, it's an open-ended question, but definitely could be, depending on the person. And here we are with some Tanzanite trillions. I don't think I need to tell you how few we have to go around, but basically, let's just say you're looking at them. So it's not going to be here long. If I had unlimited quantities to sell, if it didn't matter what kind of color I used, we would sell these all night long. But you know, we're committed to something here called the Blue Wing Block D. And while everyone else is out there talking about their light blue, light purple stones, saying they're the best in the world, no, they're not. No, because if someone said that wasn't me, they are absolutely bold-faced lying to you. That's just the first and really, that's just the whole thing of it. They know better. And let me tell you something. If you're going, yeah, but does that person, does he know that you, yes, he knows we exist. Yes. Yeah, they know we exist. Yeah, they do. All they'd like is to be us, right? I know that sounds weird, but it's true. When it comes to Tanzanite, there is no better quality. So if anybody's loving to tell you, this is the best in the world, no, it's not. No, it is not. Unless it says Blue Wing, Block D, Tanzanite, and unless it came from the gentleman that he wants to remain anonymous, and I understand why. So it's the gentleman that mined the material back 16 years ago. He was here on the property, on the premises, in our conference room 6.5 years ago. It's coming up on 7, but we're still a few months away. So 6.5 years ago, he was here. And unless it came from that parcel, from that collection, and it was sold by me, it's not the best. And that's okay. There's some good material. There's good material. There's great material, but best material, I'm sorry. We got the market cornered on that. So we've got the best, and here we go, 142 in the trillions, 19 points in the diamond halos. I am going to show you. Eugene, that's funny. Okay, that's really funny. Eugene, that's funny. That made me laugh out loud. That's a good one, Eugene. Good one. Good one. It's really good. All right, here we go. That was funny. All right, you ready? Who wants the Tanzanites? White or yellow? I guess we could change them. No, you know what, Tony? It looks like they're just what's here. No rose gold on this one, sorry. If you had your heart set in rose gold, we're gonna say no. We're gonna say no. Just stick with the white or the yellow. Those are the traditional ones anyways, as far as our rings, pendants, bracelets, all that. Here's what they look like on. I will try to get you a ruler look at them as well, just so we can see it from that perspective, as I always like to do. I'm sorry if I'm hitting my microphone. I'm trying to get the angle right on this trillion cut, because I don't have the backing here, but take a good look at that. Isn't that wild? So nothing but the best in blue wing block D, even when they are 71 points apiece. Let's go back to our wheel here, see the close up, and we'll take them on down. Centered post, here's that measurement, by the way, just so you can see what they look like from a distance. Look at that. That is, wow, got 3/8 of an inch there, top to bottom. We will get them out the door for under, oh no, this is not really happening, from $39.99. And it'll go with, if you have a blue wing ring or pendant or bracelet or another earring, these will match. They will match. Otherwise, you don't get it. Are you ready for it? Here's what I'm going to do. Blow them out right now, $999. That doesn't stick. You get it for $899 for the pair. Wow, is that good? So there are your trillion cut Tanzanites. Thank you again, YouTube request. Thank you very much. That is wonderful, and I'm so glad we have them. Let me know if you want white or yellow. I suppose if we had two callers and they both said white gold and they're starting to fight over it, I guess we could probably transfer them out from the yellow to the white or vice versa, but that is it. Wow. Let me know, operators, please. And how we doing, Jess? Did that butterfly ever work out for you? We're just talking about the item number didn't come up, so not sure what happened there. But we have backed up calls right now. Probably because we have a few people who want Tanzanite studs in their collection for $899 when they're still 70 point, almost 3/4 of a carat, matched up, dazzling. Of course, trillions give you the brightness that I love. Okay, Jason, spill the tea. What'd you get? Oh, good, a request. And what is it? Ah, wow. Who's that? Do you know that Linda's asking for one of the rarest stones in the world? And yet, I'm talking about stone that I've had maybe 3 times here. We have it, though. Did she say what she wants? If she said she wants a 5 carat, I don't have it. A 5-pointer I might have. I don't have a big stone. Someone asked me for that the other day. They were asking for like a big Benitoite, and I was like, ooh. Then I had to laugh because we had a great guest. Remember when I had the mystery stone that ended up being a sapphire? Somebody guessed Benitoite, and I was like, wow. If that was Benitoite, we could have bought the state of California, which is the state. It's the state stone, by the way. Did you know that? Benitoite is the state stone. Every state has a gemstone. We have official flowers, you have official animals, the flags, but every state has an official gemstone too. And actually, ours is Benitoite, and we found one for you. So we've got one for you, Linda, coming up. We'll show it to you. It's a beautiful blue. It's super rare, and that's gonna be amazing. All righty, so next up, we gotta move. We got nobody on the Tanzanite studs. Man, I was sure those were gonna go. I thought we had something fun there. I really did. I thought we hit the jackpot of earring deals there. I really did. All right, so those are here. Oh, which color? Okay. One gone, one left. And again, if the white gold just sold, but if we want to switch them out, I could do that. Not a big deal. Switch them out. I got those findings ready to go. So if you want the yellow gold, or rather if you want the white gold that just sold, we'll switch those stones out and put them in the white gold. No problem. No big deal. Take us a couple of minutes. Here we go. Benitoite. Yes. This is something that probably a lot of times would be requested to try and play Stump the Network, right? Let's see, because most people in the business would go, I don't even know what that is. That is not a stone I've heard of. Benitoite. It's a very rare exotic gemstone, 1125042, and yes, we have one. And this is one of the bigger ones as well, because usually I've sold some 2-pointers and 3-pointers and 5-pointers. We're going all the way up here to a platinum setting with a 46-point Benitoite. How about that for a special stone? And it also has 15 points in diamonds. Now, I'm going to move it around so we can do something really special here. And I'm just thrilled we have this. This is really just for everybody to look at, because I think I've shown you 3 of them in all my years here. So it's very important. And yes, something we can learn about here a little bit, because it definitely is a rarity. It's a rare blue. We're talking about barium, titanium, cyclosilicate. It's a mouthful. It's much prettier to say Benitoite, a place here in California. It's really cool because what it does is it does more than just give you a beautiful color there. It actually tends to glow or fluoresce. We call it fluoresce when it's under UV light or exposed to UV light. It tends to glow a little bit. So it can almost look like ultraviolet, like whitish blue almost, like if you were in black lights. White t-shirt, black light, you know how it just glows like that unique kind of neon. So this is really unique. It takes a very, the deal is this, kind of takes a low pressure, high temperature environment. That's why we see so little of it. That's why it's really rare and very scarce. And keep in mind, we're thrilled to bring it to you here. It is about a 6.5 on the Mohs scale, so it's a little softer than like a typical tourmaline, sapphire, diamond, but it is going to be still, it's not like it's a 4 or a 5. So you just want to be a little mindful. It does have this unique diamond at the end of that tubing there on the one side. This is definitely a bypass style, and we're going to make it better than $24,999. Here's what it looks like on. Definitely one of the rarest stones in the world, because one that I have shown less than most, and that's really the deal. And where is it coming from? California is a big place. People always say, oh, you're from California. I've got friends in California. Well, it's a big place. Even Los Angeles, our city of Los Angeles, 10 million plus people. It's a big place. You know, you can drive for hours and hours and hours and hours and still be in Los Angeles. Well, that's not a good example. I could drive hours and hours and hours and hours and still not be to work. So, you know, again, and I live in the same city, but you know, that's Los Angeles. And again, those of you that know. Some people don't understand that. It's hard to understand if you don't live here, because it's weird. But here we go with the San Benito Mountains. So I just wanted to talk about where they are. It's basically right between San Francisco and LA. So San Francisco, where I want to be, and LA, where I am right now. So right halfway between, that's where you actually find this material. So really important. It's from those mountains there, and it was UC Berkeley. I'm a Trojan, so I don't like to talk about the Golden Bears, but it was UC Berkeley who first did the identification. Anyway, because they're right there. But anyway, let's talk about what we can do on price tag. Get rid of $25,000. It's nice to take a moment and talk about something we don't usually see, and we're going to blow it out for better than 10. And this is a huge example of the stone. Better than 10, better than 9, better than 8. It's not even $7,000. We're really blowing this out here, and it's in platinum. We'll blow it out right now for just $5,999. Talk about a perfect way to get something that is with a 10% off, really affordable. $600 extra off. And you get it for, well, of course, it'll be $53.99 instead. So a beautiful way to go there on our Benitoite from California. And that is a great stone. And for any of my California girls, well, that would be a cool piece to also own, because again, that just nice sentiment built in of there's our state stone, and not something everybody else gets to see around. We've got a couple wheels of sapphire. So if you like those beautiful blues, a rich, velvety, royal blue, kind of like, I was seeing a little red flash. I don't know if you all saw that, but watch as it shifts left here. You see that little red flash? It's like it's almost giving you ultraviolets already. But again, when it's under UV light, it's when it really starts to be fluorescing and glowing. So it's a cool stone, but I do have some really cool sapphires here. They're big. We've got a carat 35 round. Look at that. Wow, big diamonds around it. New design. Actually, these are all brand new. And I'm bringing them out because we don't get this opportunity very often. Wait a minute, stop, look at this. Move that aside for a moment. Look at that Wonder Ring, but better. Pave, bigger stones. I love it. I'm going to add one more to the mix here. We're going to do a trio of sapphires that are brand new. That is just a wow. Look at that pair. And that's a very very chic design there. I love it. And then we're going to show you a real traditional look. This is my carat 68 blue sapphire. And then we do have this one we started with, which is that round, very light bright. That one's going to be the round. That's a carat 35. And then the pear shape is a 115. So that's how your carat weights in the center stones roll. Obviously, we're going to get you a lot of diamond weight here as well. especially around that centerpiece. These are all going to go. They're all brand new. So it's your first look. It's your first, actually, if you don't mind, I'm just going to rearrange them real quick just because I like the smaller to larger. And in this case, we've got basically 3 different colorways as well that kind of also build from a darker to a lighter. So just to really kind of see it displayed out the way we want to see, so you can really choose what color, what design is best for you, what size ring. But when I don't mean ring size, I mean the size of the ring overall. Sapphires, though, are the name of the game here. It's the royal blues, and you can see their different personalities they take on. We're going to bring them all down to one price. They're all brand new, and they all had a 59. Well, look at that. I just did a Benitoite for $59.99. Now we got new sapphires that should be that price. Well, let's take them even lower than that. They're not 59. These are brand new, and I still don't care. I'm discounting every one of them. They've got to go. They have got to go. And they will go. And they will go because we're going extra low. It's a summer savings blowout event, but we're going extra on everything just to make sure they all find their homes. And 59, 49, 39, again, brand new. You've never seen them before. You can watch every show we do. These are brand new to one and all tonight. And that is a round. Again, let me walk you through the carat weights and the diamond weights. That's the carat 35 with a 79-point diamond weight. The pear shape is a 115. It's got 85 points. And then we go to the big one. That's the carat 68 with 22 points in diamonds. And any one of them you like. They will not be 39 or 29. We're going to send them out right now. Make them $19.99. I got to move jewelry. We got 43 minutes to do it. So it's a lot of great ground to cover in a short amount of time, bringing you nothing but downright, honest to goodness, better and beyond values. And those are all $200 extra off as well. So $17.99 makes them all yours. But again, which one do you like? I'm going to start with that Wonder Ring on the hand because that is so, again, like our classic Wonder Ring that we love with that tapered design, that chevron style, 2 ways to wear it. You could stack it. Look at how you see the diamonds from every angle. You can have the diamonds. Look at that. They just wrap around the sides. So they're really doing that. Besides the tip of the chevron, that's where you get the bigger stones, but the rest is pave, and they really wrap along the sides. So it gives you that unique look. Here's the other way to wear it. If you want to go point away from the hand, there you go. So you can always build and stack and add to it as well. By the way, this cool safety pin ring is coming up. That's all one ring. That's coming up this weekend on Sunday. We've got new designer hoop earrings to go with the designer bangle and the designer ring that we brought you for a while now. That's coming up finally. The hoops are here. They will be here on Saturday with those burnished, bigger diamonds. But there we go. This is the round that I love. That round is a really nice, bright, open color. A lot of diamond weight there as well. And of course, a really unique style, this band, all the way diamond side to side, and then this side comes up and wraps around your stone. So almost gives it a halo-like bypass feel, and that's going to be $17.99. So whichever one you like, all 3 are here for you, and we got to move. Lots to do. Last call on the show. So whatever you'd like to see, and please continue to bring requests in. Have we ever had fun bringing out requests tonight? So let me know what you'd like to see before we run out of time tonight. We would love to help you find that perfect piece, put it on sale, get you that discount. Now, I don't know if it's too much blue, but we just have Benitoite, and now we have sapphires. And then there is a blue wing. And I don't know if that's what we're looking for tonight, but we have an 11 karat plus with those massive individual fancy cuts on the sides. So that's going to be here as well. Paraiba is here. Oh, there's a really cool Morganite coming up. Let's do that. Go to a pink barrel. This is part of the barrel family. We got a new shopper over there as well. Thank you so much. I got a brand new shopper just finding us today. Love that too. Here we go with the Morganite. Cushion cut square. 8561. Some lacy cutout details to the design. Diamonds basically coming up to the middle to meet with that cushion cut square Morganite, and it's giving you a 220. 220, what looks like, and this is where our Morganites differ from everybody else's out there. I don't bring you Morganite that's faint, that's pale, that has no color. I'm bringing you this beautiful, instead of peach or brown, it's got the pink, pure, pure, pure pink. And it's a 220 in rose gold diamonds. Do we have any? Sure. Let's add in 23 points in diamonds. give you a lot of gold with those cutout details that make it so interesting and unique. And now we're going to send it out here real quick. Let's go. Let's do something absolutely wild. This is an important ring. Obviously, it's that pink Morganite, which is from our private collection, therefore is nowhere else. No one else is going to bring that to you. It is one of the coolest rings because no matter, this is what I love about what they did here, these sides are different. And the reason for that is very purposeful, so that no matter if you're looking down at your ring or if someone else is looking up at your ring, you're always seeing those diamonds go the right way, if you will. And yet they just border that stone, and look at that. It looks, everyone's going to think you're wearing a big pink diamond. But we don't have big pink diamonds of 2 carats 20. Even if you find a 1 carat pink diamond, it's $100,000 here. So I would say for everybody who says, I need a big stone, and I love those diamond pinks, but pink diamond may not be the route that's going to make it affordable enough to do so. Look at how beautiful and bright that stone is. That cushion cut square is everything. We're going to bring it on down rose gold only on this one. I'm sorry. If you don't love rose gold, I'm sorry, this is not going to suit you. But I know that pink Morganites look amazing in the rose gold. It's one of the times where I say there's only a few stones I like in rose gold. It's really pink diamonds and pink Morganites. And when that happens, there is like, it's like the seas part and the angels sing and everything just works. Everything just feels right. And it's because of that match. In the blush pinks of our rose gold is different than others. It's not that bronzy tone. It doesn't look like, I have literally, I see pieces that are plated all the time. They're plated in yellow. When that yellow gold plating starts to wear off, it ends up looking like bad rose gold. We've all seen it. Bad rose gold. Bad. This is good rose gold. Pinky, perfect, richer, soft. It really is that pretty color. And it's going to be better than even, oh, I do not like $29.99. We're going to make it a whole different deal right now. The very first caller on this one, make it $999. It's impossible to do fine jewelry at under $1,000. We're actually making it under $900 after your discount happens. So that's last call there on our last look at our pink Morganite, and they are tough. We don't have any more coming through the inventory. That's it. They're all from the private collection, so it's not like they're replicating or reproducing in the vaults. We've got what we've got, and once they sell, they're gone. So we don't have options to bring any further. And don't forget, we still have our white diamond and our Benitoite, and we still have a couple other great pieces from earlier. Like, again, we've got that big yellow diamond pear shape. I think the Tahitian pearl earrings, the yellow sapphire, our indicolite. A lot of great pieces still exist here today, and we'll recap a few of our greens coming up for you as well. So you are sure not to miss out, but we need some last minute calls here. If we want that one done, $8.99 is your fabulous price tag. Let's get to, this was way back several hours ago. Let me just show it to you because this is one of those. This is why I knew we had a little issue. I knew it was going to be an interesting night when this stuck around. It is one of the prettiest, I mean, it honestly doesn't even look like a stone from this world. The thing we'd like to do is only bring you gems from the planet Earth. That's what we like. This one honestly looks like it's from another galaxy far, far away. It's just so cool. 112-0387 is our Kornerupine. It's a really, really rare round stone, 21 points. They don't come in big sizes. And it is fabulous, isn't it? 21 pointer, 5 points in the natural pinks for your first halo. Diamonds keep going. 69 points there in the diamonds. And you do have a really good stone. Even if you're going, I don't even know what that is, but I know it looks beautiful. And I know it's really bright. And it's giving me the neon that I love. You better believe it is. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to see. That ultimate high-end neon. That's what we want to see right there. And that's what's giving it to you. And yet, this is how I started the show, because the entire ring set in gold with the rose gold and the white gold. It's got to stay as is. We're going to size it for you. But that is where the whole piece comes down under $1,000 as well. We've only seen some of the more valuable stones ever here in this mounting, like pink diamonds, like purple diamonds, like Paraiba from Brazil. This is a Kornerupine. It's $999. It's $899 at checkout, and we will wait until it goes, because that is one of our bigger values. You just cannot get a bigger, better value than that on an exotic. Here we have had tonight, just in the last 2 hours and 25 minutes, I've been able to bring you Benitoite, Kornerupine. We've had rare, exotic diamonds. I mean, I've had, what do we have? Purple diamond, we had that. We had a really good zoisite in a natural purple color, indicolite with a cat's eye. We've had the rares tonight. This is one of them. It just happens to not have a rare price tag to go with it. It's $8.99. Tell me, how could we make that better? And let me show you here on the hand what it looks like, because that is a sizable ring. And I mean, yes, we're going to size it for you, but it's also a good size ring. It's got a nice heft to it. You can see there. And I really, really encourage you to think about trying to diversify the jewelry collection. I know the old adage goes, we like what we like. You ever open that jewelry box, or maybe it's the closet, or maybe it's the drawer of even, I don't care if it's kitchen utensils, and everything tends to look the same, right? It's because we like what we like. We like what we like, but at the same time, these are opportunities to branch out, get something different, get something unique. It looks like, I mean, what does it look like? Neon Paraiba, Russian demontoid. Those are rare stones too, but none as rare as Kornerupine out of Tanzania, and that is one of those great stones there for $8.99. We got the pink and the white diamonds flanking it. So that's a very important piece there that I just think has got to go. I don't know how or why a piece like that with those green blues, you see how there's actually flecks of blue coming through as well? That really makes it. It's that individual stone you're getting, where most of them just give a green. Usually they tend to be a little bit more classical green. This is really that neon mint green with those secondary blues as well. So that's really important. It's $8.99 to get it, and it's only one. And I just think that's one of those pieces that I bet you most people I'm talking to right now do not have Kornerupine currently in their collection. Some people may have never heard of it before. And we are delighted to bring you these exotics when everyone else is out there going, well, here's a sapphire, it's exotic. Well, it might be. It might be exotic for what they typically bring, but we like to bring you that even higher level of exotics to the point where, again, tonight's a perfect example, from Benitoites to really, I mean, last night, if I can go back as far as 24 hours, I had a 9.5 carat pink star sapphire. It was a pinky peachy color. It looked like the color of a Padparadscha, but it was a huge asterism in that stone. So, I mean, there's just exotics here, and yet we're making them affordable. We're doing our part here to make sure everything is really, really affordable for you. So this is last call on that one. Gotta say, that comes with my full endorsement there. It's an amazing piece of jewelry. And then also along those lines, when it comes to just a lot of value, we had a green sapphire. Maybe it's just not a green day, but we're well, not the band, but like, again, this is more, I mean, that was never my thing. That's a little grunge. Jason, you do Green Day? You kind of got, I saw Jason perk up a bit, so I got to feel like I triggered him a bit, or maybe it's just because he's wearing his green sapphire green today. I don't know. It's a green day in his world. But I will tell you, I skipped over that grunge phase. I did. I know, not a surprise to any. But here we are with our green. Maybe it's on the way. You never know. I might show up tomorrow. You never know. I might show up in khaki cargo pants and maybe a big oversized denim shirt. You never know. I might just start that phase tonight. 2.5 carat oval green sapphire in natural. And you've got that 55 points in diamonds. And look at this. Oh my. Lots of gold. That one's down to $12.99, folks. So it's $11.69. And that's a good one there. It's just a lot of gold too. It's a lot of gold, pronounced heavier weight. We'll size it for you. I can even change the gold color. I don't know how or why they're allowing that, but hey, if you want it in yellow gold, we can change it. I recommend it in the white gold because it's also doing what the green Kornerupine was doing. It's got a secondary blue and golden as well. It's more than just green. That can mean a lot of things in the gem world. And that's a high polish. You can see that Kornerupine reflecting into the ring too. That's a reflection of the rings gone by. So here we are at $11.69. So whether it's pink Morganite at under $900, where Kornerupine, pink and white diamonds with it, under $900, or here we go at $11.69, there are values to be had. Values to be had. All right, I'm going to bring out the big, baddest of them all. The Tanzanite is coming out. Let's show it to you next. This one should be gone. Here we go with the Tanzanite. Maybe that's what everyone's waiting on. Maybe it's just that messy wheel. My goodness. Here we go. That's the 11 karat 44. So who's got $25,000 to spend tonight? Keep it. Save it. Buy a compact car. Can you? Maybe not anymore. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Tanzanite at 11 carats 44. 1128447. 1144 set perfectly. It's just what I want to see in a Tanzanite. I want to see quality through and through. Did you notice the big diamonds? Look at those huge diamonds. Huge diamonds. We got big fancy cuts going on right around the sides. So it just dazzles. It perfectly balances. You don't need to do anything else to the stone. The stone is the stone. The stone's a wow on its own. Doesn't need a lot going on. But look what we did. Those are not traditional half moons. They have a little extra fancy facet pattern on the sides. So they are, and they're big. They're going to be 29 points in diamonds. That's 15 points almost each. Tapered prongs, designer style. Let's blow it out. I know that there's a price that I'm scared to say because I'm scared that with these bigger price tags, I just feel like a sale's not a sale unless you know how much you're saving. Because if someone just tells you a price and they say, hey, it's on sale, everybody does that. Oh, okay. Attaching the word sale to something is not going to fool none of our viewers. We're too smart for that. So when I tell you there's a sale event, I like to tell you where it started so you know exactly how much you're saving. $12,999 will take care of you. We got to go lower, don't we? I think so. Yes, we do. We got to go lower. Happy July. Can you believe it? Summertime is already wrapping up, okay? I'm already starting to see back to school ads on TV. And I must say, that's when I start to realize, okay, summer's coming to an end. Everyone's on those last minute, taking those vacations and getting all that stuff done when you just, know. And before you know it, here we go. When we're talking about, I don't know if it's going to be the end of summer here officially when like Labor Day rolls around, that blue wing is going to be expired and extinct and done from our own collection. So forget about when the sun sets on summer. We could be looking at even prior to that when our blue wing block Ds are done and gone. So if you have been looking for maybe that last hurrah collectible, you want that big important stone, here's what I'm set to do. We've got a 12, forget about 13,000, it's not gonna do it tonight. If there was ever a day, a night, a show, a moment, a day to get your blue wing in a big size, it's today. I'm gonna put on the auction block. We're gonna go all out on this one. Look at that color. Reds, saturation like I've not seen, and all I've been doing is talking about blue wings for 6.5 years straight. I've sold tens of thousands of blue wing block Ds, all sizes, cuts, designs. Here's my value. And we're taking tonight when we've got 10% extra off, which is going to be a big savings. Right now it'd be $1,300. I love that. We're going to go lower, mighty, mighty low. And we may have to even go lower than even $99.99, and the only way I can do that is by saying, let's put it on the auction block. We're gonna do it. Auction time has arrived. We're also in the last 25 minutes of the show, so it's gonna get really interesting, and those are big, juicy diamonds. You've got big, important diamonds that are fancy cuts on the sides. We love that too. Let's take it even lower than 9,000, 8,000. Listen, I have survived 2 hours and 33 minutes of this Thursday. I can do it all now. And now it's like, okay, we've got the grand finale here. If there ever was one, and notice we waited and waited, it was everything, every ounce of my being was saying, just wait on that. Don't subject it to this Thursday night. Well, here it is. We've shown you everything else. Here it is. Might as well get this one out the door for less than 8, for less than 7. I'm going 6. You know what? 6,500 was my absolute, like, we're trading jewelry. Trading jewelry and giving you a discount. I know what the cost is on this ring. We made it. We got the best stinking value per carat on Tanzanites the world over. So yes, even those lower quality stones you pay more for elsewhere. I got a better value. I've got the best quality, and we're going to take it down below 65. Let's go $6,000 to start. 10% off when you win it. I think we need to point out that even at $6,000, we're looking at a per carat here that's $520. I know that I saw some Tanzanites on TV yesterday going for $18.50 a carat. Was it an 11 carat? No. Was it a 5 carat? No. It was a 2 carat. $18.50 a carat. For a 2 carat stone with 50 points of, I have to correct myself. Yesterday I said they were I1s, they're actually I2s. I went and I looked it up. I did. I went home last night, I looked it up. They were I2s and I3s. 50 points of bad diamonds, a 2 carat Tanzanite, and it was $1,850 per carat. And it was in platinum, not gold. Platinum is not as valuable as gold. It's just not. There was a time, but not anymore. Gold is higher value than platinum by $2,000 an ounce. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this even lower than $6,000. It's going to be a $10 increment. We're going to take 10% off when you win it. And I hope you're dialing in now because it's not going to last. We know that. It's $11.44, yet it's classic. Even for the gals that tend to shy away from bigger stones, I think this is where you can adapt. This is where you can go because even though it's a big stone, we didn't go over the top adding halo after halo. We just kept it simple. We kept it classic. We kept it really attainable here. We added the really important diamonds. So even if you had 1 carat and smaller diamonds, they're still not as important as these 2 larger fancy cut diamonds that we have here. And it's not going to be $6,000 to start. Going to need to find a way right now without a discount. You have to hear me out on this because I have them every day. Every day I'm up here talking about Tanzanite and they're more money per carat. And that's at $6,000 for the ring. What if we take the discount? That'd be $5,400. Then we divide that by $11.44. Suddenly now it's $470 a carat. We're getting close to the lowest price ever on a museum reserve, which is what I have here. And we are apparently not going to be at $6,000 because I am not going to have this stay here tonight. I will not have that ring melted down tomorrow. We got to do it. We got to make it better than $6,000, don't we? We are going to get if I give you the best per carat value on Blue Wing we've seen, I think there's going to be a shopper out there for it. There may not be 50 shoppers or 20 or 10, but there will be somebody who is wanting to take advantage of the biggest per carat value we've had, and it's not going to be 59 or 58 or 57 or 56. I mean, this is just dropping so rapidly, and it isn't $11.44. None of that has changed. It's got those really big fancy cuts. I can walk you through all of downtown LA right now, and they're not going to have those cuts. Those are fancy specialty cuts here. And watch this. It's $5,500 for the open. I'm going to think about this after, first of all, before a discount even happens. Let's just, because you know you're getting 10% off. But right now, that per carat is $480. But that's not the reality because you're going to take a discount no matter where this ends up. You're taking 10% off. That's a lot of money. Right now, that's $550 off. So that means you'd be paying right now $49.50. That divided by that carat weight is actually $430 a carat with free diamonds and free gold. And that's why we need it open because you are now looking at the most incredible per carat price tag we have had on a museum reserve stone. It is right here, right now. 55, because think about where you're taking it. $5,500 in the open. We don't have it yet. We will get it. We have 22 minutes. You're looking at the last piece of the night until we sell it. If we sell it before then, we'll get you some new jewelry to look at. If it's staying here, well, I'm not going to let it because there's no two ways about it. I don't have a better value. It doesn't matter what I bring you in museum reserve going forward. None of it's priced this way. It hasn't been historically. It won't be in the future. Here's your deal. That's $49.50, by the way, if you win it at the open, which at this point tonight you might. So that's where I got that $49.50 divided by $11.44. That's how you're seeing a per carat that is just simply too low. Did you have a new shopper back there, Jess? And what are they thinking about?
No, but I sold the sapphire to,
Which sapphire?
the green one.
Ah, the green. And who got that?
Deborah Wallace.
Say it one more time.
Deborah?
Oh, hi, Deborah. Thank you. I think our Kornerupine is still here, by the way. Not sure how to figure that, but 55, no open. All right. So I have a very serious question for everybody, and I've asked it once before, and a lot of people didn't actually give me a response. So I'm just going to ask again for research purposes. I'm the host of this show, and I have a question for all of you who are viewers at home who are, not the ones that are lonely tonight that are just calling in to say hello. I'm talking about jewelry shoppers, legitimate viewers and collectors out there. Here's my question. Are you more comfortable spending more money for your jewelry? Does that make you more comfortable? Do you feel more accomplished or better if you spend more for your fine jewelry? I'm asking that sincerely. I have had a number of people tell me that. I've had a number of shoppers here. Some of our competition, yes, our competition watches fiercely and just sits there with their mouths wide open, marveling at what we do. I get that. But there's a lot of people that say we should really move our prices up. If the going rate for Tanzanite on the big 24-hour place that doesn't sell jewelry anymore but once a year, and they're getting nearly $2,000 a carat for a 2-carat that's light lavender, shouldn't we be getting more? The answer is probably yes. But I'm under the impression, just having hosted this show for 9 years, that we like value. And we tend to see when those prices go up a bit, we tend to have to take them down because we all have kind of become spoiled and we like a really good value and we like to spend less than everybody else and we don't care what everyone else is doing on the lower quality material because we know we have a home to go to get better for less, which is not usually how our world works. Better for less. Usually it's better for more and less for less. This is better for less. Sometimes low cost means low quality. Usually it does. No open on that one. Let's move along. We have Paraiba. We have that sapphire collar still here. I do have a great deal on a Spinel. That is one to take advantage of, though. I will just say I've had so many blue wings, and that is an important stone to get. With that neon, the reds coming through, the fancy cut diamonds, the solid gold, not platinum. Platinum's a way to get around high prices. I know, again, it's a sincere question. Tracy, believe it or not, I know those crazy people who actually tell me that. They say, I want to spend more because I feel more important if I spend more. Now, granted, they might have, less concerns with budget, but they want to spend more. I'm definitely, and it's no secret, I'm definitely somebody who likes really good quality, but I really, really, really like a great value. I'm a shopper. I'm a pro shopper. I love the idea of getting something special because this is really hard to do in the industry. I love a lot of things. I love clothes. I love cars. I love some of the finer things. And when I say cars, no offense, but I'm more like, I like Ferraris, not Mazdas. I really just do. I just do. They're just so, And yet there's a reason that certain cars cost $560,000 as a base model. And there's a reason that a suit jacket from Italy can cost $8,200. When, yeah, we could go to the mall and buy one at Zara for $62. There's a reason. There's a reason. And that's where I am dumbfounded sometimes standing up here, and I do this every day, so I get a little jaded to it. I admit, live TV, I get jaded to it. I think we all do. I get jaded to our deals. I get jaded to our values until I walk into a retail store, or sometimes, now, I don't have the TV on much at my house. If it is, it's on sports, but a lot of you guys are telling me, turn on Ba Network. And I do for a second. I am shocked at what I see. Again, I get enough home shopping in my 3 hours here. So I don't tend to watch a lot of that, but I'm well aware because you guys know and you're sharing it. This is amazing, isn't it? So if nobody wants it, that's okay. I always say, don't buy something because it's a good deal. Buy it because you love it. It's jewelry. But this is a really important value. It's a really important value. I've had 2 people just reach out to me. It's nice to have you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you to my 2, TVON shoppers that are pretty dedicated TVON shoppers. They both said, no, we only shop here. We don't like paying more. Yeah, we like getting more for our money. That's good to hear. All right, just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, because sometimes you got to wonder, because I know there's a lot of folks here that would like to get a lot more for the jewelry than what I get up here for it. So, and again, totally reasonable to expect that. I just am showing this because I think it's pretty. Who cares what it is? I mean, it's my job to tell you what it is, but I don't care. I just think that's a pretty ring. I think I'm a stone girl. I love stones. I've been fascinated by gems ever since I was introduced to them at a young age. Again, my mom was, at the time, I always said she was dragging me to the jewelry mart. When I was 2 and 3, I was at the jewelry mart, the same one that I was at today as a 45-year-old. So, it's a lot of years of being at the jewelry mart, and it hasn't changed one bit. There's the funny part either. It hasn't changed. It's exactly the same today as it was in 1982 and 83. It's exactly the same. But here we are. But I've been hanging out there for a long time. It's where, again, jewelry was, I didn't go to school for this, and I didn't certainly intend to be in sales, but jewelry was in my blood from a young age. And my mother was a teacher, and I was a journalist by trade. And really, again, I think it's really that combination of a passion for jewelry, a love for teaching, and a love for communicating that is what makes this a good fit. And I sometimes just, every now and then, my own preference creeps in, and I go, here's just a pretty good looking ring. Sometimes, TV is a visual medium. Sometimes you just got to put up something pretty and hope someone likes it, And that's what I'm going to try here for our next 15 minutes we've got tonight. We're back tomorrow. if they'll have me. We'll be back tomorrow to do it again 5 to 8, and then I'm back with you Saturday and Sunday mornings 10 to 1, and then you're done with me for 2 days. You get 2 days off of me, so I know it's a lot to take, but here we go. This is going to be what is this one? This is 1118764, so it goes way back. It is a 495 Burma Spinel. So it's from Burma, the same place we get great rubies from, but this time it's a really, 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 really good Spinel. It's got a pinky purple color. It's an emerald cut, but it shows reds, it shows blues, it shows regal purples as well. It's a carat 11 in diamonds. I'm going to just clean it up a bit, try it on for you. It's in a bridge, carat 11 in diamonds. Look at that. That is one for the ages, and we're going to blow it out. And now it's really moving. You can really see those offshoots of color from those step facets, and we are going to make this even better. Even better. 11,999. It's coming down. We got to get this one home too. The Museum Reserve Tansy is here. This one should not be, and it'll be better than even what my last one do, $5,500. Let's go even lower on this Spinel. Totally different stone, but really more rare. Really, Spinels usually come in small sizes, like a carat or under, and they get these like kind of dusty colors. That's how I always describe it. They look a little lackluster. And if ever there was a word that sounds like what it means and means what it sounds like, it's lackluster. And that's what they usually do. They usually lack luster. They lack wow. They lack power. Not this stone. This is the 495 that is just so exquisite. And I'll bring it down below 55 and below 5 and below 49.99. And if you just are like me, if you have a weak spot for just really drop dead gorgeous stones, that's the one you should own. And at the end of the day, it's really stinking rare. And it's not going to be $49.99. It's $4,888 plus your discount. $48.88 minus about $500 coming off that price too. So it's really only going to be hanging out about $4,300 for you. So it's a really important stone, decked out in diamonds. That is our world famous bridge with diamonds running underneath it, around it, every which way. That is a beauty. And don't forget, we had Tanzanite studs. They're still here. Even the pieces I was sure would go, like our Kornerupine, our Tanzanite studs. I mean, something's up when you have Tanzanite studs here for $9.99, and they were trillion cuts with halos and diamonds. We've got the best price ever on a Museum Reserve Tanzanite. It's here. The pink Morganite, the Kornerupine, the Kunzite, the opal pendant, the cat's eye indicolite. If any of that sounds good, it's time to call right now and let us know what you'll want to see before we go. If there's anything you need to see recapped, it's a good time to ask about those because we are running out of time. This one will end up being $43.99. Okay, Paraiba time is here. Paraiba time has arrived. So excited about this one. It's item number 8949. It's a true blue green. It really is. And that's why it's one of the more pricey stones in the world, but we made it really, really, really wearable. Put it in this classic setting. 1128949 is the item number. It's our 40-point Paraiba, and then the split shank and the diamonds, and one diamond tucked right in there, tucked in that split shank style. Let's come in closer. Any gold you want. Here's what we've got, and look how I'm coming in real close because I want you to see how clean it is. That makes the difference. It's more important than the size of the stone is the clarity of the stone, the neon of the stone. That's got blue-green galore, and it's a 40-pointer, and there it is in focus. Look at that. Wow, what a gem. Anytime you want white, yellow, rose, we can usually offer that for you. This is one of those occasions. 40-pointer, 41 points in diamonds. I know, it's not the big, bold ring. Isn't that what's great? How many people are shopping here that are looking to wear the big, bold every day? I love a big and bold ring, but even me, and I dress up every single day of my life because I have to. Because I have to, okay? At least, well, I don't have to, I guess, but, you know, I like to look presentable for you guys at home because we're selling good stuff. We're selling fine jewelry, so, you know, can't show up in T-shirts and, you know, ripped jeans. But here's what we have in something special. My whole point to this is you have a wearable ring. You're wearing one of the rarest stones in the world every single day. Every day. You don't need the special occasion to break it out. My Paraibas, they're special occasion only. I've always wanted, and I've always said to myself, like, I want to get one that's like every day so you can wear the power of the stone every single day. But again, just haven't gotten around to it, and there aren't a lot of options because, well, it's kind of a small little world with Paraiba right now. We're the only ones really selling it and saying, let's put it, oh yeah, on discount for you so you can own it and get it better than $59. I had no luck selling an 11.5 carat Tanzanite for $5,500. So if you think I'm going to get $59.99, now this is where, again, sometimes jewelry department and me, we've got to clash. And I I gotta explain myself here. I just had an 1144 Tanzanite up here for $5,500. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get $59.99 for that ring. I'm just not. Some nights you gotta do extremes, and that's why I say be with us so you are there when the extremes hit, because this is that extreme. And it's not 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. I'm just going to do what it takes to move it along out. We've got 9 minutes left to go. We've got, again, recaps galore. If you want to do anything or see anything again, want to see something, have a question, please get those questions in, because we are running late on time. And it's not advisable to wait till the following day. 39, 29, all of that fair for a Paraiba, especially one this wearable that you invest into once and you wear for a lifetime. And you are so proud every time you step out the door, or not, every time you slip that ring on, you are proud. You feel proud. You have one of the most important stones the world over. It's set beautifully with VS diamonds, the diamond weight, tops, even the carat weight, and you are getting your choice of size and gold color as well. It's not going to be 29. It will be even better. And I know you saw that price tag. I have no red marker up here. I have one pen up here. It is called one of these. Okay, that's all I have. I did not write that red number. That's why I don't have a red marker. The red means stop. That means lowest. I've got the black marker, so if I need to make a note, well, guess what I'm doing? I just literally just scribbled right on through that. I'm going to have to write SOS. Nothing I can do except make it even more affordable and $29.99. Send it out to one happy camper tonight. Somebody who's going to love this ring forever and ever and enjoy it and wear it and live in it. And you know what? It's not even $2,500. And wherever I stop, you're going to take 10%. And I hope you're loving that too, because that gets you additional savings, and savings that are already markedly different from where they are. You just saw what I had. There's the bag. That's it right there. I just scribbled it out. I wrote SOS on the bag. That's it, guys. It's not going to be $25.99 or $24. This is just a mercy deal. It's a let's move it before we wrap up our show. 7 minutes left to go in this Thursday night. This is going to be long gone. White, yellow, rose, gold, you decide. Take a look at it. It's in your size. It arrives ready to wear. Who's paying for the shipping? I will. Who's paying for the gold color change? I will. Who's paying for the sizing? I will do that. We're not going to make it 24 or 23 or 22 or 21. And this is before 10% extra. Take it while it's here. We've got one. Let's blow it out right now. It's not even $2,099. We'll blow it out for $1,999 right now, and that ring needs to be gone. It is so important to save $200 extra. That's the other thing, $1,799 for that dandy. And I'll see you tomorrow. We got a few minutes left. We'll recap what we have here. We got a few pieces left to go. We still have that heart-shaped Paraiba. We still have our 11 karat 44. Our Kornerupine is here. Our Burma Spinel. Had that really important indicolite from earlier. That one just, I don't know. It's just not the stone that I expected to see today. We've got that really important indicolite cat's eye. Let me show you some of what's left here tonight. Even the sapphire necklace, this sapphire collar, it's sapphires and diamonds together. Look at this. Sapphire and diamond collar in platinum. That is one for the ages here. I'm not sure how or why that could still be available, but it's $36.99. So really appreciate you shopping with me tonight. Really appreciate you just hanging out too. You know, you don't need to be a shopper. I appreciate y'all just hanging out and enjoying the show and hopefully learning something along the way about jewelry or gems or just about what all of these values are really all about. I mean, this is really important. $36.99 plus your discount on that one. This ring is coming up on Sunday. That is going to be that safety pin design that we have brand new for you. We'll also have some new designer earrings coming up. Let's go back to the Paraiba if we can. I'm going to add some rings to this recap wheel as well, so we can show you a few other pieces that are still here tonight, and hopefully something will catch your eye here. We did have a $19.99 indicolite with yellow and white diamonds and a heart-shaped motif going on. So that was one of, I think, one of the more designer favorites that we had of the show. Also have that 1144, $5,500 to open, which would be $49.50 at checkout for an 1144. That is going to be something that we'd love to get a little auction going here in the last second. Here we have our Kornerupine with pink and white diamonds around it. That is $9.99. I believe, I haven't heard otherwise, we still have that Morganite, which is also going to be $9.99. really $8.99 at checkout if you want that Morganite. It's our true pink Morganite in the rose gold. Also have that incredible Burmese emerald cut Spinel, that pink, purple, blue, kind of like a real interesting mix of all those fabulous jewel tones together. And that's some of what we have in rings. So just ones I wanted to highlight here before we wrap up our broadcast in about 4 minutes. And that again is an indicolite cat's eye. This is the 1144. Here's the Morganite. Here is the green. That's a Kornerupine round. That is still at excellent value. One of the rare stones out there. We even had Benitoite. We had a purple diamond. Well, purple diamond sold, but we had Benitoite still available as well. By request, I told you, Linda, I told you those are very expensive stones. But we still have, again, one pair of these hoop earrings left. These were the $16.99 hoops in the white gold and the white diamond, stacks of baguettes and rounds together. That is the hoop with the button closure as well. That's a really wearable 5/8 of an inch hoop earring. Love to see that here. And so anything, or if you want to check on availability of anything else you've seen throughout the show, we might just have it here, whether it's that sapphire collar, these gorgeous diamond hoops. I mean, that is 62 points in diamonds. That should be $6,200. They're $16.99 plus your discount. So amazing values here tonight. And of course, amazing that, that again, we're going to be able to do this tomorrow again. I really hope that you'll join us 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's a little something we call Club TVON. We do a little extra party scenario on our Friday night. So really kick off the weekend in style so you can be with us tomorrow. We'll continue our sizzling summer savings event for all of you to enjoy the 10% off. That's probably coming down to its final few days. And the way we're operating with this brand new jewelry mixed in, awfully nice to be able to save and get a sale price on brand new as well as pieces you know and love. And again, all those pieces up there, look at that. From everything from, we've got Tanzanites for $5,500 all the way on down to $9.99. The hoop earrings again are $16.99. I definitely want you to take advantage of those if you would like to. There are extremely important pieces here today, and I know every one of them should go. They really should. So tomorrow, that's our schedule. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're here 5 to 8, and then we're here with you in the daytime on our weekends. That's Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 1. Those are all times that are Pacific, but of course, East Coast times would be 8 to 11 on the evenings on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon for the East Coasters. On the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, in which we are going to see that safety pin design. Oh, how I love this. I know it's a little bit wild, but if you haven't seen this, start your research now because a big designer is doing this, and it costs a fortune. So I know that we are so proud, and that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Two-tone. By the way, start thinking about the color you're going to want because we're going to have multiple colors where you can mix and match it like this, or you can go all one color, or you could even do rose and white, yellow and white, all white, whatever you want to do there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. To start thinking about your favorite combination of that safety pin stack design. And then we're going to also have the designer hoop earrings coming up this weekend. Actually, the safety pin ring will be on Sunday morning, afternoon. And then we also have the hoop earrings. These are the hoops that you've all been asking for. And I know a lot of you probably gave up on the idea that we'd ever bring them because it's been so a long while since we've seen the ring and the bangle, but the bangle was here today by request. And so this is the hoop. These are the 3 large diamonds burnished into the hoop. That's going to be coming up on Saturday. And no, you do not want to miss those. We've got a very limited number to go around. They're heavy gold, but not heavy on the ear. They are huge diamonds individually, and they are in solid white, yellow, or rose gold. So we will have those coming up this Saturday morning. So just a couple things to look forward to. As far as tomorrow, it's all a surprise. But we got a lot of brand new tomorrow. So we're going to be seeing a lot of cool designer pieces on the way tomorrow. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow evening, 5 to 8 Pacific time, 8 to 11 Eastern time. So we hope to see you all then. In the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. I hope you have a good, safe, happy Friday afternoon until we rendezvous in the evening hours. Hope to see you then. And again, let us know if you have any questions on anything you've seen tonight because we are still here taking your phone calls. You know how to reach us. There's that phone number. Join in the fun here. Get something special. Save that extra bundle of money that we're getting you on all these summer savings sale event prices. And that Tanzanite, I can't stop looking at that 1144. It's one for the ages. So our best per carat is on that Tanzanite. So you might want to take advantage of that before we send it off to someone else. So thanks again, everybody. It's TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. From all of us, we wish you a great rest of your Thursday. Let's see you all back here tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We'll see you then.